All right, and we're live. Welcome back, guys. Friend is out of the game for today, so we're continuing the adventure of the boys from last week. Last we met up. What do you guys remember?
Nothing.
Well, that's fair. And what do you remember, Flumpdunk?
I was on a plane.
Wow, what's a plane?
Right.
What's a plane? What's an airplane?
I was barely a glimmer in my father's eye.
All right, hopefully that's the end of that.
Yep, let's go move on. So, guys, what do you remember about last week?
I remember that we converted Gurks to our religion, and now we're acolytes, converting everyone.
I remember that Charcoal and Nicobar asked me to do some weird ritual that I didn't understand what was going on, but hey, I got new friends.
It's true.
I remember that, yeah, Gurks invited our god into his heart, and he loves her now, just like us.
Yeah, I think these people were talking about two different gods for some reason, but hey, whatever.
They got two different names, so you think they're talking about two different people.
Yeah, it sounds like they're different about two different people. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess these people is a piece, but...
But yeah, after that, there was a moment in which Jarkle got stabbed by Gurks. But it's
yes.
okay.
Cool.
A moment that could have gotten resolved, but I forgot.
Yeah, Jarkle literally couldn't have come closer to dying. It was horrific.
There was the loss of a few goblin friends, such as Ichi.
and Sir Archer Conan Doyle, and Clem, and Isaac.
Waka.
Trashy as well.
So Waka in my pocket.
Waka in my pocket.
But you made it out alive, Gurks, even though you left the still kind of warm body of Clem behind you.
So kind. Always such a good friend.
Made your way out, survived the night after a brutal black bear attack.
A lethal one might say.
Ferocious as they are.
There were some casualties, as it's bound to happen.
After that, you made your way to meet with a ranger. It wasn't too fond of Gurks. He reunited your other traveling companions together. What were their names again, people?
Abby and Gerard.
Yep,
yes.
That's right. Blacksmith and his niece, who was a minstrel, that were traveling with you. Everyone got back together.
She wasn't very fond of me either.
No.
Oh, she was great. Whatever.
Yeah, she literally called you a monster on multiple occasions.
Yeah, it sounds like a subtle hostility towards me.
Yeah, as you guys got together, you've now begun traveling together. Accompanying you is an Eldritch Knight from Carifus. What was his name?
Okay, I don't know that one.
Or her name. Give me her name.
So
she's asking us to name her.
make one up.
Yep.
Yes.
Feldrin.
Feldrin, that was her name.
Huh.
Oh,
No, I like
good.
Feldrin.
Oh, yeah.
Is that accusation or not?
I don't think we need to go any further than that. Feldrin's good.
Feldrin.
Yeah, you've been traveling with Feldrin. She's been fairly quiet. Like most high elves that you've met, she walks very straight and walks with purpose. And she hasn't really said anything to you guys besides, it's a dangerous place, and watch out for yourselves, and we'll get you to town. And she just kind of has kept it simple. There. She's there.
Hello, Feldrin. How are you today?
It's still a couple days out before you guys actually make it to Churaud, however. And the first night in the woods, you're camped out among everyone. Feldrin, very knowledgeable of these parts, has quickly set up a fire and has had it kind of concealed in the dark, knowing that there are possibly goblins and stuff about at night. Tell me a bit about this evening.
It's probably incredibly awkward. I'm just holding Gurks the entire time, I assume.
You're just kind of keeping him close.
Yeah, we'll have to, or else she gets really angry.
Yeah, I guess Girks kind of like looks her way every once in a while to see if she'll make eye contact.
Oh, that's right, because you're a prisoner now. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, there's been a lot of relief with Jarkle, you restraining the captive there. Everyone's kind of prefer that you keep on doing that, and you're very gentle when you do it, but
Oh, for sure. I'm like absently like petting him.
you get a couple of weird, like kind of half sneers, like she's trying to hide it from Feldrin every so often when you do that.
I want to stretch my legs really badly, but I kind of somewhat understand what's going on.
As they sit around, Feldrin kind of looks among all of you, and as she looks over to Nikobar in particular, she's like, "So, what brings you to Churaud then?"
Well, we heard there was work here. Over there.
Work, huh? And what kind of work of a man of the cloth would be looking for then?
Well, as you'd probably guess, ultimately I want more initiates within our ranks, but ultimately we do need to make money, and that's not necessarily one of those things that gets you a lot of money. So I figured, some side work.
It says, "I see. And what land do you hail from?"
I hail from the charming land of Mubarak.
Never heard of it. Must be a relatively new nation.
Well, it's got an ancient history. It's kept to itself most of the time. I wouldn't expect someone stuck in the trees to know what we do out there, because there's not very many of those trees out where we live. But hey, to each their own, right?
Yeah, she kind of gives you just like this almost poker face of just like, "Oh, really? Okay, so." So you've come from some land from far away, hoping to convert someone to your followers, and
well, ultimately, yes, that's the plan.
It's interesting in this area right now. We've actually been undergoing some problems with a cult around here.
Is that so?
And they've been attempting to gather a lot of followers from travelers as of yourselves. Quite interesting with people traveling the roads these days.
Nikobar is eyeing her with narrow eyes.
Yeah, Jarkle like elbows Nikobar and kind of like whispers in giant, like, is she talking about us? She's not talking about us, is she?
And I whisper back, it doesn't matter. But I'm still keeping an eye on her.
When you're saying that in giant, you see like her ears like briefly twitch. She says to you in like perfect giant, "Yes, I'm talking about you, large one."
Jarkle just completely freezes up and just stops moving. It's like someone pointed a gun at him.
Well, you can shiver in fear in your tree forts while we practice our faith. I don't really consider the word occult to be an accurate description.
You notice that she's completely broken eye contact with you, and now she's like staring directly at Jarkle in the eyes.
Jarkle looks away. He doesn't look back.
Nikobar hates to be ignored, so he's taking that as offense, and he looks back away.
Yeah, as you look away, it's a sort of thing where you can just feel her eyes just like piercing on you, and it's just like you can feel them on your shoulder, or on the side of your head, I guess. And yeah, she just looks at you and says, "You have the holy symbol of Is on your person somewhere, right?"
I do.
On my... Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have like a tabard, or do you have what?
A tabard? Wait, did you mean to... sorry, I don't want to get panicked.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You know what the word is.
No, I wrote up... I totally did.
You got a bib?
Sorry, let's talk about the etymology of tabard for a second.
No.
I think that... no, I have a hammer.
You're not playing Alienar right now.
No, I have like a... Yeah, no, I have like a hammer that's like the holy symbol of Is. I wrote a thingy in my treasure section about it.
Okay.
It's like an old, like, it's not a big hammer, it's just technically a club, but...
Okay, and where do you wear it?
I don't wear it. It's kind of like on my person, sort of like I hold it in my offhand. I guess it's actually on like a chain around the neck, probably. It kind of has to be.
Okay. Yeah, so you just have it kind of around you in plain sight, and it has. Is
Is
it in the shape of the holy symbol of Is, or is it like have it, like embedded in it?
It's kind of like scrapped into the like wooden edge of it.
Okay.
Or the handle rather, and it is kind of like he's just a big enough guy that like having it around his neck is sort of like a necklace.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. As you feel it just like peering at you. She says, "The necklace is very similar to the holy symbol on our friend here. Are you also a follower of this god? Then I would assume."
Shui Han, yes, very adamant follower, not a cult, mind you.
Shui Han, tell me about this Shui Han.
And Jarkul kind of like elbows Nikabar and kind of like gives like raised eyebrows of like, are we gonna convert this? And then, well, Shui Han is my tribal name for.
I think you're very good at recruiting.
Okay, Jarkul ignores that.
Well, that wasn't Gerg's.
No, David ignores you not having confidence in Jarkul. Shui Han is my tribal name for. Is she? God, that's Bellup's voice. She no shit. Sorry, I'm derailing.
You kind of had like a gentle giant thing going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me.
Shui Han is my tribal name for is where I come from. We had a different word for her, and she gave us power, and we abided by her. And it's hard to ignore her. She's very physical, pervasive. There's a lot. There's a big draw to her, actually.
And what is it you do under the name of Shui Han?
He literally does it a prolonged like.
It does seem you have quite a bit of numbers on him. Are you some form of military?
I'm a paladin of Shui Han. I spread her holy word, and I am dedicated to fighting evil.
So Shui Han needs paladins, then.
She needs all sorts. She needs just about everyone.
Who are your sworn enemies?
Oh, evil! Just evil in general. I'm looking to vanquish evil and rid the world of anything that would cause harm to the innocent.
Mm-hmm. And she almost like she starts getting bored.
Yeah. Nikabar is like snorting as whenever she asks the question, and then kind of doesn't want to know really.
And then she's kind of, you just see her like staring at Gurks, and she's not saying anything, but Gurk, she is staring like dead at you.
Has she made eye contact with the guards at all before this?
Occasionally, yes, she has. But this is the first time she's like, this is the first time that she's like stared at you hard.
I guess Gert just kind of looks at her back, then looks around, wondering if there's anything else going on, and then just looks back at her.
Jarkul holds Gurks like a little closer to his chest, like protectively.
She opens her mouth to say something. She says, "So you know," and you hear a sound off in the woods. Flumpdunk, you there?
Yeah.
So,
do a goop roll.
What were you doing out in the woods this late at night? And you were heading back to Churaud? What were you going there for?
I got lost in the woods. I was sightseeing. I was on like a tour, like a safari type thing into like the woods to see like all the forest animals. Mm-hmm. I got separated from the rest of the group, and so I'm just stumbling my way back.
So you were just out hiking with friends and got lost?
Yeah, but it was like a guided tour.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got separated.
Are you just a tourist, or?
I was, yeah, and so I'm just stumbling back into town.
Okay, this is a very interesting time to be going on tour. All right. Yeah, so you were heading back from this tour and kind of going through your way when you heard voices in the night. You heard them speaking in common, and then they suddenly switched to like a language you don't recognize. Or do you? Roll history.
No, I do not.
Fair enough. You're dumb. Actually, no. You're above average, but whatever. That's being real pedantic. Anyways, you making your way. You hear some language that you don't recognize, and you see the glow of a fire.
You're like people talking.
Yes.
I dash up to them.
Okay, just through the night, as the elven ranger is like about to say something to Gurks, you see her suddenly like stand up really quick, pull her bow out, and like draw an arrow. As Flumpdunk, you're out here in the dark, and you see this elven woman that's like seems to be trained right on you, bow at ready, and she's got an arrow right on you. You're just outside of the light of the bonfire right now.
Can you guys hear that loudest playing in my background?
Oh, am I on the map?
You are.
I see.
Oh, yes, I am. Here we are.
To answer your question, Phoenix, just barely. Not
A
really.
little bit. Not
Okay.
much.
That's good.
Can you guys hear my fan?
Nope.
No, I can hear that.
All right. I wave my arms way up in the air and be like, oh boy, it's so good to see people again.
Oh man, Goop.
Jerk, you have a lot of health.
The Goop.
And yeah, you hear the elf clearly state, "You will stop where you stand."
Oh.
What is this voice, Evan?
Too much. Okay.
This voice is a bit too much.
I glance over kind of condescendingly towards our elf companion and say, a bit jumpy, are we?
It's another one of those humans of different size.
Sorry, I got a bit winded there.
And she says, "A halfling. What should you be doing out here late at night?"
You know, I think you're a twiceling.
We got a stand-up comedian over here.
Jarkle laughs very loud. He thinks that's very funny. He doesn't see you, but
You hear her like talk under her breath, saying, "Obviously mad."
Oh, sorry, what was that? Okay. So I got lost in the woods, and am I back at Churaud or Churaud? I don't mean to be charude about it.
What in the world were you doing this late out at night?
Oh, well, I was with with a nice man. He told me I just had to give him some money, and he'd take me on a nice little tour of the woods, and it was a lot of fun. And then I got lost, and oh dear.
Tour of the woods during a war?
What? No, I mean, I got lost earlier, and it just took me a while to get back.
Elf just doesn't look like she knows what to make of this right now.
I'm gonna have Jarkle stand up and like walk in front of the elf's bow and friend, come on out.
She's not pointing it at her anymore. She's kind of got it down, but she just kind of looks bewildered.
Right. Well, I'm still gonna like put myself in between the two of them.
Yeah.
Friend, come over here. Get warm by the fire. I know you halflings.
Thanks so much. You're a mighty big one.
Yeah, what do I look like to a halfling? Can you even see my head?
I mean, how tall are you? Like 3 foot?
I know, right? He's quite tall to human.
You're like in a different atmosphere.
Jarkle laughs very loud again. It's very funny.
Gurks, now that you're like not being held by Jarkle, you can see that the elf is just peering at you.
Gork's immediate reaction is to put his wrists together as if he was handcuffed. And just looked away.
Just imagine like your hands are apart and she looks at you and just kind of like...
Yeah, pretty much. Whoa, Jarkle, Jesus Christ.
What?
I'm looking at your character sheet because you're the one who's on screen right now.
Oh, yeah.
Spoilers.
Oh, man. I had that.
It's okay, I'm not reading it. I'm just looking at it.
I'm like showing my like poker hand. But no,
As
Jarkle.
Flumpdunk approaches the fire, I kind of like raise my eyebrow and look away.
Oh.
Flumpdunk. Wait, do we know your name? We don't.
Hi everyone. Hi. You can call me Dunk. My name is Flumpdunk. If you want to call me Flump, that's okay too. How's everyone night? How's your night been? Oh, boy, am I hungry. Do you mind if I stop and make some food for myself?
And you see the elf say, "Very well," as she kind of sits down with a kind of a passive expression. And
Oh.
she tosses over to you a pack of food.
Oh, mighty thanks.
Charming.
So
I agree. Very charming.
Hmm.
And Jarkle kind of like pats you on the back, but maybe a little too rough because he's gigantic.
Oh,
I kind of like grimace a little bit.
Yeah.
good. Anyways, so
I'll figure out a more reasonable voice at one
oh,
point.
that's fine.
I don't know. It's a bit rough for me. I'm gonna be honest.
You could just use your normal voice and we'll infer.
Oh, I guess.
I'm still working out my character voice.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of doing a mild-mannered pate combined with like a
Slowly rein it in.
Slowly sound more like a human being.
It'll build.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oof. Oof. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Okay.
Okay, so the night becomes a little more awkward.
Shit, I don't know what you're talking about.
You've got a halfling here that's just like eating very noisily. She's like crunching the nuts in the meal like really hard.
It's really getting on my nerves.
She seems like she's having a time and a half though.
Jarkle
Which is
just
even
smiles
more
at her
getting on my
absently.
nerves.
Jarkle just smiles at her absently, like barely, just really happy himself.
And one of your like human companions that have been sitting with you, Abby, looks towards the halfling that just joined you guys, and she says, "So, where are you from?"
Oh, it's let me. Oh, I've lived in a lot of places. Yeah, I passed through the woods on the way here. I was traveling with some people just in a little caravan. I don't know where they're off to. Actually, I don't know where I'm off to.
And the elf kind of peeks up there. So she says, "So you are what, a vagabond, a nomad?"
Well, for the time being.
As your people commonly are.
Jarkle looks at her, freaked out, like surprised.
Wait, what?
What do you? Okay, I don't appreciate the way you've treated our guests.
And she looks over and says, whatever do you mean?"
As your people usually are. What are my people usually?
And
He says, leaning over the fire.
I say to Jarkle, what do you expect from an elf?
Ooh, Jarkle says the same thing
come
in
now.
Nicobar.
You know, everyone's an individual. I don't think we need to make. We should all just get to know each other, learn our
She
strengths.
looks towards Nicobar. She just has like this like, oh really kind of look at him. And she says, "Halflings have always been nomads and vagabonds. They travel from place to place in their troops or
We get to meet
caravans.
more people.
It's as they've been for many years. But as a short-lived human, I guess that would be hard to grasp."
Well, thanks for the history lesson. I appreciate it.
I don't think Jarkle grasps irony, so I didn't catch that. I just thought you were appreciating her.
Flumpdunk, Feldrin?
Feldrin.
Yes.
Feldrin. Okay.
Feldrin looks over to you, Flumpdunk, and she says, "Well, if you should know, you are heading towards the town of Churaud.
Oh, yeah.
Have you not heard of the war currently ongoing between the goblins of these woods and the town?"
Oh dear. Oh boy. That doesn't seem all right. Well, I hope they work it out.
And she says, "Well, I suppose it's lucky we found you alive still."
You should watch out for the red claw. They're vicious.
Oh, Red Claw.
Yeah,
Are those
as you
the
say
Gurgles?
that,
What was that?
As you say that, yeah, you just feel like her look, like suddenly just like look right at you, Gurks. And says, "Oh, it wishes to speak now. What do you know of the Red Claw then?"
Well, they killed the boss.
They killed the boss.
Oh, is Gurk's a goblin?
Yes, Kirk is
Yeah.
a goblin.
Oh, awesome.
That should have been in character.
Yeah.
And
That
might
would
as
have been
well
very
have
in
been.
character, yeah.
Yeah, Kirk's his boss. He was the boss of our settlement, and then the Red Clock took over, and Clock killed the boss, and I think everybody's dead now.
Oh dear. Well, you're not dead.
The your settlement was killed by the Red Claw. Is that what I'm understanding?
Oh, no. We were attacked by orcs, but I don't think they were Red Claw. At least I don't think they would have attacked us if they were Red Claw. I don't know. Gurks just decided to run away when that happened.
But the Red Claw controlled your tribe.
I guess so.
What did they make you do then?
Stay in my tent.
She just stares at you dead ass. Like,
Fucking.
Sometimes Garrus will get to hunt, but then he will just wake up back in his tent.
why are you wasting your time with this one? She just kind of looks at Jarkle.
Jarkle holds Gurks. Sorry, what, Nikobar?
No, I was just saying tent boy.
Jarkle holds Gurks just a little closer. Like he puts him on his lap and just holds him. He is an individual. We've all agreed. We just spoke that there are individuals among every race. We cannot judge. Gurks is Gurks. He's not a Red Claw. He's a friend.
Oh,
Gurks.
are Red Claws goblins? You see, I was thinking it was like a lizard or like a dragon.
She looks at Jarkle and says, "You don't have many goblins down in Mubarak, was it? Do you?"
Jarkle kind of looks at Nikobar. We have well, it's more Nikobar's area. I'm not a resident, a long time resident.
So, you want to know about my land? Are you truly curious, or are you just looking to learn something to rub in someone else's face today?
As she looks at you, go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay.
Can I make a passive one too, just to see what's going on?
Sure. What are you trying to read exactly in the situation?
Are they getting along?
Okay. Go for it.
Oh wow.
Better than I got.
Okay. With the 15 and the look on her face, well, she still has that kind of like air of stuffiness about her. When she's looking at you right now, when you say, "So you really want to know about my land," her expression kind of changes into this like actual genuine curiosity. And she says, "Yes, actually. Tell me about Mubarak." And Flumpdunk, from the way that Nikobar said that, you get this idea of like it's been tense, but the way she said that sounds like it's okay. Maybe everyone's getting along after all.
All right. She gets a little excited.
Well, the mainly the mainland of Mubarak is vast deserts connected by a series of well-traveled caravan trails and roads. Interspersed around the land is various oases where there's natural water springs, farmlands, things people can use to grow, whatever. Things like that. I have no need to bore you with any of those details, clearly, but...
So you survive out in a harsh climate, then?
You could say that. It's a little harsher than this, a little warmer at least, a little more comfortable.
Well, I do love a good dessert.
Oh, Kirk's is sure there are goblins in Mubarak.
Nikobar just looks over at Flumpdunk like for a second, and then just kind of rolls his eyes and looks back at the elf.
Yeah,
You see a big smile.
Feldrin says, "Yeah, so what do you think of these lands? And lands is full of trees and the wilderness. While it is fall right now and most of the trees have fallen, surely this gathering of land must be new to you."
Well, I must say I haven't traveled the mainland all that much. In Mubarak, I mainly stick to the fingers. But I'd say these forest areas are limiting in their vision. I prefer to have much more advantage of what I can see. The temperature is also much too cold for me. I think I'd rather be sunnier areas.
Yes, when you spend so short time in the forest, you can never truly grow to learn of the beauty of it all through every season.
You don't say. Beauty.
And she says, it grows late now. All of you may sleep. I will keep watch for the night.
You do that, and I just kind of like lay down.
Jargle's gonna stay up though. I don't think he's just immediately gonna go to sleep. He's gonna watch her for a bit at least. Untrusting a little bit.
Don't worry, I saw that shape.
Does Nikobar just like lay on the ground, or does he?
He has like some travel stuff. He has like a bedroll, I think.
I was laying on a
Okay.
bedroll. Yeah, I didn't make it clear that I was sitting on my sleeping arrangement.
No, because I was just gonna offer you the bedroll because you said you were cold.
Oh,
Well,
you can actually do that?
Why not?
Okay. Nikobar like looks at you and kind of like examines the bedroll, and then looks at you again, kind of confused, and then
I do want it back.
And then puts it next to him, and then like nods at you, and then lays back down.
Wait, are you gonna? I'll pick it up and tuck you in.
Oh, no need for that. Thank you very much.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right, and then they'll sit by the fire.
All right. No, you guys turn in for the evening, except for Jarkle. You're staying up.
A little bit, yeah. He'll stay up at least an hour or so to like watch her and make sure she's really watching, but like maybe a little coercively. So he like leans against a tree, like kind of sleepy, but
Yeah.
what I mean leans against, he like sleeps against a tree, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you're like still kind of up, there's probably some like a little bit of small talk as she's just kind of like trying to. You can tell she's just kind of passing the time as the night's going on. She seems very serious about her whole like role here. As you can tell, she's like not. You can hardly tell if she ever blinks. But she's just keeping an eye out all around, and every so often you see her kind of glance over at Gurks. But as the night goes on, you just get a little bit more drowsy, and you're gonna get the impression of her. She's on it as far as that goes.
Right. Either he gets comfortable with her, or he like gets too sleep deprived and goes to sleep.
Yeah, one of the two. You decide which.
I'm gonna say sleep deprived, but he tells himself that he gets more comfortable with her.
And as you fall asleep for the evening, Nikobar,
Yes.
you are visited in your dream. You find yourself in the ocean, holding your breath as the water pressure becomes tighter and tighter, pushing you down. After a while, your lungs give way and you take a big, deep breath, but find that you can breathe. Off in the distance, a masked figure is distorted by the deep, dark water as a voice is resonating entirely around you. The words are spoken in a language that only you understand. As in, I'm not going to incite anything. You just figure it out for yourself.
Right.
But a great feeling of power and ambition washes over you as you feel like just your mind opening up to the potential and a new power invoked within you. The moment is really pleasant, and it's all coming to a head as you feel like you're going to understand some great secret of the universe in a moment when you're suddenly jolted awake. The elven woman is, I'm going to say her name. Teldrin is shaking you.
You should put on the token so you'll forget.
Yeah, I totally forgot her name.
I should have put it in the beginning. As she's shaking you awake, she says, "Human, awake."
What?
Awake, human, awake.
What?
Something off in this forest. Do you feel it?
Feel it. Can I make a perception check on that to see if I do?
Go ahead. Perception check.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
All right. As you like kind of come to your senses, you have this new like weird sensation all around you, as if you can just like feel the world around you, and it kind of catches you off guard as you just become suddenly completely aware. There's this like this guttural utterance of moans and everything out nearby, as well as like just this like silent like shuffle going through the night. As you like pick up on like some kind of static playing through your mind, and you just hear like words, single word echoing through the static every so often of just like kill, kill, kill. And you become aware of, off in the distance not too far from you, are some zombies of some sort.
Undead. And I grab my mace and I ready and my shield and I ready myself.
Okay. As you're doing that, Feldrin is like kicking Jarkle a little bit.
It definitely takes. She maybe kicks harder
Yeah,
to take.
she kicks you like softly a couple times, and like after a while, she's just like.
Jarkle just kind of turns and looks at her, and he kind of turns back to go back to sleep.
And says, "You are a paladin. Do you not feel that as well?"
Does Jarkle feel anything? He probably would, right?
Do you want to use your divine sense?
Well, I mean, yeah, definitely. If she says that out loud, then he'll definitely feel the need to cast that.
Yeah, as you like you're kind of like coming awake, and you're like it's kind of a weird sensation of while you're half awake, you're trying to like activate your senses to pick up on anything around you that stands out, and yeah, your eyes kind of shoot open as you feel like this feeling of undeath around you.
Okay, Jarkle immediately jolts up, I think, feeling that, and then he takes out his battle axe in one hand. Is Abby nearby?
Yep, she is sleeping nearby.
All right, he's gonna go over and he's gonna like tap her on the shoulder.
Yeah, as she kind of like, huh?
Apologies, and then he kind of like picks her up with the offhand. He just like readies himself for anything to come out of the darkness.
So he's just kind of holding her.
Yeah. Does he feel any like evil all around him or a specific direction?
Seems to be coming from all around.
Ooh, okay. He just gets ready to fight then, and he kind of like motions a little towards Flumpdunk, I guess.
Okay. Flumpdunk is snoring away.
I guess I kind of motion at Feldrin towards Flumpdunk, kind of like with my head.
All right. Flumpdunk. Dunk.
Flumpdunk.
I'm just gonna call you Dunk from now on.
Yeah, Dunk. Dunko.
All right, Dunk. As Feldrin comes over to you, she kind of like grabs onto your shoulder and shakes you kind of gently.
No.
And says, perhaps it's good if you were to take cover and stay low.
You're so pretty.
And Jarkle, as Feldrin comes near you, she says, "Make sure that one does not run off during the fight." As she points her to Girk. He doesn't seem to be bothering to wake him up.
Yeah, is Girk? He's asleep, right?
Yes.
Oh, Jarkle. I guess he kind of like pokes him. He kind of gets like a little far away, but pokes him with the battle axe just a little bit.
Flumpdunk crawls over to the bedroll on the ground and balls up with it.
I think Gark definitely wakes up because, I mean, he's been at war for I don't know how many months now. I mean, even if he wasn't doing anything, I guess he's kind of just used to the idea of, hey, you wake up when you have to wake up.
Right.
Which I'm going to roll disadvantage on initiative.
Okay.
I kind of glance over at Flumpdunk for a second, and then like I kind of shake my head, and like, what are you doing?
But yeah, I nudge Girks until he's fully awake, and then I kind of like shoot him like a glare.
What is going on?
And
sorry, can I speak? I don't know if I have time.
I was gonna say, everyone, go ahead and roll for initiative.
Okay.
The undead are upon us, little prisoner.
Initiative.
Gark really hates that word, but he understands why it's happening.
Damn it.
Oh, I didn't
Remember to click on your thing.
click the thing.
So Can I do we re-roll initiative or do you just add it?
I just add it.
I got an 8.
Fucking suck.
I got a 15, a 16, and a 14. Wow.
Damn.
Would it be alright if I took a quick bio break?
Yeah, I was gonna go say, go and do that while I'll prepare everything.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back then too.
Let's get some water then.
In fact, I'm gonna move you guys to a better map entirely.
Okay.
I'll miss our featureless void.
No music.
Yeah, I gotta turn that on too. Not the music, but the music.
No, I'm saying no music while we're away, so that we don't get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does it say +4? This is not a +4 item.
Right.
Oh, I just don't know how to modify the quarterstaff accurately.
So, what's your dex modifier?
2.
And what is your proficiency bonus?
Oh, 2.
That's why the quarterstaff is +4.
Okay. And why does it say damage/type 2?
Well, it should be slamish or damage type bludgeoning, but
yes. Damage type.
you don't have a second damage type.
Damage is 1d6. Why does it say secondary damage on properties versatile?
Secondary damage is if your weapon has a different type of damage. Like if it does bludgeoning and fire damage.
Gotcha.
Alright, I'm back.
Nice. You guys get to watch a map come into existence.
Yay!
Alright.
That's a tiny little map.
Make my world grow. As a DM, I have the power to grow worlds.
That's sick. You're super duper a god.
Here it comes.
Wah!
Wait, what did I...
Wah!
And now you guys even have a camp.
Oh, that's
my
it.
camp.
Gosh, gosh. Oh wait, why does it say... Oh, because I have to modify it. So it should just be 1d6 plus dex. Right.
1d6 plus dex.
Okay. And
Welcome back, Mr. Pounds.
Thank you.
And under crit, should I do anything special?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Scaffigans.
Scaffigans?
That's my father's name. Please call me Nico.
I've never been good at anything.
Never been good at anything. Ever. Amen.
Amen.
Also, the instrument that I'm carrying around versus the instrument I have proficiency are two different things.
It's really funny. It's really good. Like to imagine.
Oh, I recognize this map.
Yep.
Are these mushrooms?
Were those tents always there?
Oops.
Nope. And the other one, I removed the tents.
Oh man, how do I get my spell
this is
slots
that
back?
map.
I
That's cool.
accidentally used that. How do I get my spell slots back?
You
There's
just
a little... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just click up on the up arrows in the spells where it says
Okay, cool.
spells use them all out.
Thank you.
There's arrows.
Oh, and for wizard preparation, I have to like prepare specific spells, right?
Right, you got to choose. However, it's like your wizard level plus your intelligence modifier.
My level plus my intelligence modifier.
Right, so you get 2 spells.
Okay, I'm going to prepare one of each.
Okay. As it works, when you prepare them, like you can use your spell slots to cast either of them. You don't like say I have one of each spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought that was you like select a certain amount of them and like assign them beforehand.
Yeah. So the one that you pick up on first, Nikabar, is the one that you were able to kind of like pick up on the brain waves of. Oops.
Those zombies are good at disappearing.
Flump and dump and flump.
It's right
and
up there.
dump. and
I'm
dump.
gonna refresh Roll20 real quick, so don't get scared if you see my avatar going off. I'm not getting disconnected.
Let's see.
And I know
Bar
we're,
rolled
like, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just, sorry, I'm kind of taking a moment to get myself ready here still.
No, it's cool. I have a couple questions. What is just where Jarrett is? Because I need to know so I can defend him.
He's in a camp. Or like a tent.
He's in a tent? Like, do I know which one nearby?
I'd say he's probably in the bottom one.
The bottom one. Oh, gosh. Okay. And then I also know, it says I know where they are in 60 feet. Is there like a lot of them as far as I can tell?
Within 60 feet of you. You can feel at least 4 within 60 feet of you. And they seem to be coming from all around you, but you're not sure exactly where.
Okay. I think I say as much in giant to the others so they know.
Mm. Okay.
I'm
And
realizing Roll20 could really use some sort of like area of effect tools or something like that, so you don't have to use the measuring tool all the time.
there are like scripts for it that I've installed, but honestly I haven't really like learned how to use them.
Like a 10-foot square, it looks like it's 3x3
I'm
almost.
trying to do the math on my own. Use the ruler for a lot of it.
It's kind of like sometimes the environment, you kind of like lose the grid a bit in your starting place. And then it becomes like, I think I was here.
Oh, where you were. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird how it snaps to the middle with the squares.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's-
I mean, you can do the freeform thing, right? Where you can just kind of like go wherever.
Okay, with the
I don't remember how you do that though.
There is also a way to drag your token and for it to and it measures the distance that you've moved, but I always forget how to do that.
if you hold down an option, you can do it freeform.
Oh yeah, okay, gotcha. What's that on a Windows keyboard?
Alt.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, there he goes. Okay, cool.
Oh, which if you do it not freeform, it seems like a 3x3 thing is 10 feet, but if you do it freeform, it's a 2x2.
Okay. So first we're gonna go with Flumpdunk. Or what'd you roll, Nikabar?
I rolled an 8.
Right. So yeah, Flumpdunk, you're first.
I also
think-
rolled an 8.
Yeah. So which
Wait,
one?
we had like a 14, 15, 16.
Huh?
I thought there was like a 14, 15, 16, wasn't there?
Oh, those were all me.
Oh, I see. I see.
Only the first one came. So yeah, first Flumpdunk, then Gurks.
Oh, and here I thought my 10 was bad.
Nikabar, what's your dex mod?
My dex mod is. Hold on 1 second. Let me check. Probably nothing. I don't have a dex mod. I don't think.
And your Uniter, Jarkle?
I'm also 8-0 as well.
Okay, you two work it out who goes first. But first up is Flumpdunk.
My athletics is the most. So maybe I would go first.
Yeah, go for it, man.
It is nighttime right now, right?
You're having a hard time seeing.
Okay.
It's better for me to heal, folks.
No, totally.
I go last.
It's always weird when I find someone in the party that doesn't have dark vision. It's like almost everybody has dark vision in 5e.
All right, I wanna.
For the majority of this party, I think.
I don't even have that.
Here's what I want to do. I want to pick up a rock and cast light on it and throw it as far as I can.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and boot up the thing. The thing I pay for.
That's a good idea.
Dynamic lighting.
Yeah.
I still need to learn how to use that.
It's so dark.
That work? Everyone blind except for Gurks, maybe.
I can see everything.
I can see everything.
Well, since I have like my senses from Divine Sense, it says I know where they are in like 60 feet. So maybe I
don't
can.
have a.
No, you don't know their exact location though.
Yeah. I don't have a radius, I guess.
Okay.
I only see one undead right now.
Right.
Which I imagine is what's supposed to happen.
That'll work.
Okay.
So it's dark for everyone, right?
Nope, not dark for me.
I cannot.
I can see everything.
I can see everything still. Yeah.
That's weird.
I can't see anything.
I think this was happening that other time too.
Yeah, what if it's busted for some reason?
I think it's
Oh,
bugging.
I see.
I think you just have to. Oh, just kidding.
There we go.
Boop.
Oh, I know why Flumpdunk can't see anything here. Dunk.
Am I supposed to see anything yet?
You will in a second.
Okay, okay.
Let,
Oh, there we go. Oh, I see so little though.
yeah. One more light source here. Sorry guys, I should have got this set up ahead of time, but I didn't know how I was going to start this, and I decided, hey, let's do a camping thing.
Everybody likes camping.
Everybody likes camping.
Camping. So I want to pick up a stone and cast light on it and throw it as far as I can in this direction.
Whoa.
There we go. That seems.
Okay, you guys are able to see a bit better now?
Yeah, that's very
Much better.
much better.
Oh man, I can.
Right? Okay.
Has the campfire gone out by now?
No, the campfire's still going.
Has Feldrin been feeding it?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, she's cold too. It's like winter.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Oh, and let me
Is there snow on the ground at all?
No,
Or
it
is
hasn't
just
started
cold?
snowing yet. It's really late autumn still.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It'll be snowing soon.
Charcoal wishes.
Well, Nicobar's not gonna like that very much. He
Charcoal's
doesn't know what snow is.
Charcoal can hold you, and you can feel its warmth that way.
I wonder if goblins wear shoes. I should probably wear shoes in the snow.
You should probably buy shoes when you get to town.
Have someone fit some shoes for a goblin.
I mean, that's probably just the same as halfling shoes, right?
I think halflings generally walk barefooted.
Well, I guess you're right. Maybe like dwarf
But I guess a goblin.
shoes. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, a goblin gnome.
Okay, so which way were you throwing it?
Oh, let me this way as far as I can.
Okay, go ahead and make a ranged attack roll.
Range attack. Okay. Would that be roll d20 plus dex?
Yes.
Okay.
Plus your proficiency, I guess.
No.
No, I guess not. You're not proficient in throwing rocks,
No,
glowing rocks.
no.
Okay. You go to throw a rock, and it like bounces off the canvas of the tent, and it falls to the ground in front of you.
Nice, nice, nice. But I got 20 feet from that. Please put a radius on that.
Does a little goop come out of it when it hits the tent?
I don't know.
Yeah, I still want to know what goop is. We'll find out in the future.
Oh, it's goop.
There's your rock. And
Goop is goop.
oh, wait,
No,
you
maybe
put it on
goop is the
right
name of his weapon.
Oh, it fell that close?
Yeah, it hit the canvas and fell to the ground in front of you.
There's a little bit over here, just a tiny.
Nice one, Charlie Brown.
Fuck, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius.
That's good.
Oh dear. This is embarrassing.
All right.
I guess. I mean, I should have done this. I guess.
Wait, Danae, did you actually attach
Oh, it's not my
lighting?
turn.
What's that?
Did you actually attach lighting to it?
I did, yes.
Yeah, there's like a little. Right
It's
here.
still right next to the campfire, so it's just kind of a glowing rock on the ground right now. Gerx, it's your turn.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it is my turn now. Okay. I guess because I mean the judges get the idea that we're probably surrounded by something, but I kind of want to see what I see around me. Check what I see around me. So
Make a perception check.
yeah.
When you look over at Nikopar, the main one that you notice is that one in the northwest. Your ears perk up though, and you do hear one. You think to your northeast as well. Yeah, as you hear like the splash of like a water going.
Okay. I guess I'll just go for the one I see right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my cantrips. This is a cantrip.
Okay,
Oh no,
it
how's
isn't-
Feldrin gonna react to you doing anything?
It is in dim light from where you are, I think.
Against the
Make
guy
your
on the
attack with
northwest.
disadvantage.
Okay.
Look at you taking real spells.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my. Yeah, so
Ray
I
of
guess
Frost!
just gotta roll the same thing.
Oh,
I don't
So
know if
wait,
we're checking my 17
You
or
rolled
my
a
8.
17 and a 22.
You rolled a 22 first, so
Well, I had already rolled a 17 on top.
right. I'm taking the 17 and the 22, so it's a hit.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Oof.
too cold for me.
Oh well, at least it's gonna walk slower.
A little bit of ice formed on its shin, and it seems to move a little bit slower.
On one of its feet. It's got like athlete's cold feet.
Yeah, I was.
Human
was gonna say-
skirt is here.
All right, Draco.
So the fire's still going, right?
Right, you can dimly see the one off to the northwest, but it's kind of hard to make out in the dark.
Right. I want to drop Abby, and I want to tell her, tend to the fire and stay in the middle. Stay away from everything. Scream if you need help.
She nods as she gets to work tending the fire with the collected wood.
And then I want to walk kind of here to defend the tent and like hold my weapon with two hands. Does that take a full action?
No. Are you just running to attack?
No, just to move in front of the tent here to where, I guess right here where Jarend, to protect Jarend.
That's your move action.
Right, and then I'm wielding my weapon with two hands now, and I want
Right.
to do like a ready to attack motion in case something comes towards me.
Okay, so you are doing running action. Got it. Okay,
Right, yeah. I wasn't sure if I could do all that.
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Oh yes, Overwatch.
Dun, dun,
I
dun,
get
dun,
Oh, the other one.
All right, Nikobar.
Let's see. What do I do? So, okay. This is like the very first. Like nothing's come so far, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so
You just heard the noise.
let's see. What is it? Prestidigitation. This is can prestidigitation you make a light source?
No.
Okay, gotcha. Can minor illusion?
Also, no, I don't think.
Okay, let's see. If you create a sound, if you create an image, doesn't look like I can create light. Okay.
Right, I think you're just like, you have to actually manipulate how the shadows look on the light to make it look believable and all that.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's see. Is anyone in this? Hold on. Is anyone in this tent here?
No.
Okay, so I move to here.
Okay.
Or no, I move to here. Kind of close to Feldrin because I can see that she can kind of hold her own in a fight.
Mhm.
And so I'm kind of gonna stay here in case she needs to be buffed at all.
Okay,
And
so
kind
are you
of-
just gonna take a dodge action? Or are you gonna wait? What?
I'm not going to engage. I'll stay here actually. No, I'll go here. I'm gonna wait for. I'm gonna have my shield out and my weapon drawn, but I'm not gonna be yet. I'm just gonna move over here and prepare to. Yeah, I'll take a ready action. Sure.
A ready action to what?
To if something comes out and within range, I'll be ready to cast a spell, or I'll be ready to.
So with readying to cast a spell, you have to ready the spell actually. Like you actually do cast it, and you're just like holding the charge of it.
Oh.
So then when the like conditions go off, you finish casting the spell and like send it out. But if you like let go of it, you lose the spell in the spell slot.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, well I ready Eldritch Blast.
So yeah, you hold your amulet aloft with your hand as you like grip it tightly, and like energy begins to come up between your fingers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like whispering to it.
Mhm.
Stuff.
All right, monsters. Thanks to the ray of frost that Gurks hit it with, The one up here is just like moving very slowly, like slow. As it
Boy, these undead sure are slow.
Down.
I would hate to be a zombie like him.
it comes closer into the light. As Gurks, you can see it a bit more clearly. This appears to be an orc. The orc itself is standing with no weapons. It seems to be kind of like hunched over, like walking with you with his arms just like dead in front of it on the like just, hanging loose.
And he's walking towards me, right?
Yes, it seems to be looking at you as it's moving, and its mouth is just kind of like wide open as it's like just letting loose like a. Jarkle.
Burning finger.
Another zombie seems to like. It's moving kind of quickly as its like arms are flailing about, running at you. As you see your opportunity to attack.
Well, I definitely take it. All right, swing.
That's the Jarkle I know and love.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
You're ready for this shit. Like you just
Fuck it.
baseball swing it hard.
Well, you can use burning
Welcome
hands.
to the jam, motherfucker. Ooh, welcome to the slam.
Damn.
Oh, that's 7. That makes more sense. I was just like, wait, Davey can use burning hands.
No, I accidentally clicked on it.
So as this thing is just like running at you really haphazardly as it's almost tripping over itself and the roots and everything like that, you just manage to catch it like right in the chest with your axe. You just cut it in half as the top half and the bottom half of the orc like fall apart. And like as it lands, the head like bashes into a rock and just falls over limp.
Darkle just fuck shit up, man. He's so much better. He's so good.
I just imagine like a Gary's mod, like Paolo just like falling over and the head just like sagging through, clipping through the ground.
Or like the giant glitch in Skyrim.
Right, yeah.
Boom.
It just flies through the air like
Oh,
7,000
I like that
feet into the air.
Yeah. Gurks.
Mhm.
You hear like a coming off from the northeast as you hear a sudden like grunting noise as you hear something like clawing its way up the hill over here, and then it like leaps at you.
Oh, Jesus.
Haphazardly swiping at you.
He's so bad.
You just barely manage. You get nicked, but you're okay as you're well aware of this. Another one of these orcs, however, while the other one's kind of limp and half over, this one is like on all fours, running at you like a wild animal. The crazy look in its eye.
So now you're granddaddy zombies, guys. Alright, -4.
You hear another one of those sounds, Jarkle.
From like below me, kind of? Look around. Okay.
Yeah, you hear the sloshing of water.
Okay.
And yeah, another one of those zombies like runs into you and attacks.
Let's see it, big man.
Oh boy.
However, like you just kind of flex and it bounds off of your bicep.
do you do like a flex and it just like kind of
Oh, yeah,
goes
totally.
off of it?
It like lands on his bicep and he just like flexes it and it falls over.
Ooh, yeah.
And he just laughs heartily.
All right, Filtrin.
What
What?
are you gonna do?
Janae, it's
Just what?
Your turn.
Who?
Your turn.
it's
Should I do it?
No, I'll do it. All right.
can't tell if that's intentional or not.
I mean, I'll play Feldrin for a sec. That's cool.
Yeah, Filtrin.
She empties her pockets and says, "Friends, take my money. Take it all,
Take
please."
all my money.
She fires a bow.
Can't do that here.
Fire! Do that right now.
Not in town.
Not in town.
It sticks into the zombie that just rushed into Jarkle as a zombie like bounds backwards for a second, getting hit by the arrow. But then leaps back into place, seemingly unnoticing the arrow in its head.
Disconcerting.
All right, Flumpdunk. Good old Dunkel.
Now I can see these zombies. I'm a little more concerned. I wanna run up to the one in front of my goblin friend, and bash it on the head with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Yeah, that better be a hit.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, +4. That's nice.
Yeah.
All right. Rushing forth your quarterstaff and expert precision, you go in and like slam into its leg.
Oh no, I want to hit his head.
Okay.
Or I can miss and hit its leg. That's cool too.
Nah, that was 19. That was an you hit what you want. Yeah. As you swing and you slam, you slam into its head. It like gets knocked off course and like bumps into the log over here, but it jumps back up just as fast. You feel like it's part of its head is kind of caved in now.
Hey, get dunked on. Hey.
All right, Gurks.
Okay. Realizing that, hey, maybe I did something to slow the guy down. Maybe I can do the same with this one. Well, first, I'm going to use my Nimble Escape to disengage.
Okay.
And move a little bit behind the tent. Sorry, Flumpdunk. I'm just better at a distance.
No, I get it. I'm just gonna thwap him on the head. Hey.
And from here, I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost again against the one that attacked me.
I'm gonna Flumpdunk on these fools.
Sick, dude.
Do I still roll disadvantage or just roll normally?
Just roll normally now.
Okay. Ooh.
All right, 21. Do your damage.
And I say in Orcish, go back to the Red Claw.
Jesus.
What's that sound?
All right.
I'm doing the ASMR for the orcs.
See,
I rolled max damage. Nice.
you see, the zombie like guard its face with its arm as its arm like freezes up, and then like as it's looking at it, it just shatters. As it like lets loose, it's like Jarkle.
So okay, I want to if I take out my hand axe, which is light, I should be able to swing it on my offhand, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I want to hold my on character sheet. I'm gonna hold my battle axe in one hand and then hand axe in the other, and take a swipe with both.
Okay.
Start with battle axe.
That's a hit.
Well.
Okay.
Ooh,
Next one.
nice.
I'm gonna say that's a long ways trying to cut in half. Oh, should I do the other one too? All right. So is there anything special about an offhand where I just swing it like any other weapon?
You don't roll with proficiency.
Okay,
Just
turn
your
on proficiency.
your strength or dex bonus, whatever it is that you use.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's another crit.
Damn.
I knew there was a reason I kept you around.
So you don't get the +3 in that one.
Oh, just make that. So that's just 4 then.
Yeah, when it's your offhand, it's you don't get the modifier.
So you just your to 20.
What's up? So okay, I did it.
All right, yeah. So as you see this one lunging at you, you pull out your battle axe and your hand axe, and you like do a cross slash at it. You chop off one of its hands.
All right. This one's tough.
It's like splurting this like blackish green blood everywhere.
Gross.
Sorry, I meant to say dex bonus. You don't get the strength or dex bonus.
All right, Nikabar, you're surrounded.
All right. Well, I'm gonna launch an Eldritch Bolt. All right, Eldritch. What was it again? Hold on. Eldritch Blast.
Okay, going around the tent like that's going to be a rough shot.
Okay. So I move over here.
Okay.
Would that give me enough range or vision? Okay. So I Eldritch Blast this dude here.
Okay.
That was almost catastrophic.
All right. Saying your words of is, you let your hand forth once more, shooting forth the energy as it like skims across its face. You see its like head distort for a second, but it's still moving strongly at you. As it takes notice of you, it comes for you.
Foul creature. Was that my action, or can I make an attack?
That was your action.
Oh, that's
yes.
my action. Okay, cool.
Oh, actually, before it goes though, you have a chance to move more if you want. You
I
need 5 feet of movement.
I move. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, I move over here.
Okay. Against you and attacks.
Nice.
However, you're ready for it, and it's just a bit too slow.
Stupid undead.
The one now with only one kind of clawed hand swings at Dunk.
No, don't do that.
No. No.
However, you're able to duck out of the way because you're short.
These undead are fools.
And Urkel.
Oh, it rolled exactly.
That's it. Yeah, let's loose another like wretch as it claws at you and kind of grazes across your chest. Doesn't really even cause like a cut for 5 damage.
Neat. Good.
Jesus.
Another one stumble out of the forest and then like fall prone on its companion that didn't notice. So
does my mind sense still work? Let me look at that a second.
yeah, it lasts a while, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you notice that the numbers you've noticed before are dropping.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure this wasn't like infinite as far as I could tell.
Yeah, no. All right, go Feldrin.
So good.
Feldrin, come on, Feldrin.
She fires a longbow once again at the one that's been attacking you, Jarkle.
Cool.
Let's see. As she does so, the head of the creature just like suddenly pops off as the body kind of like crumples. You see the one she shot the head off like fly off into the darkness and disappear.
Pooh.
All right, Flumpdunk.
All right, I want to smash my quarterstaff down where it's already crumpled.
Okay.
Cool.
Damn, what a waste.
Damn good wizard.
You look more like a hit wizard.
All right.
What a waste of a critical. You could have done 7 damage.
Don't worry, I got a few more.
All right.
That wasn't my critical.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could have been a critical.
Oh.
Yeah, we gotta put your toggle on. But yeah, as you bring down your quarterstaff with all your little halfling might, you just completely like shatter its skull. You see its like eyeball squish out and its mouth just kind of crumple as it just pops.
Blink.
And then falls to the ground.
Yeah. And that's all I can do, but I want to like look around and see what everyone else is up to.
You notice they're still fighting.
Ah, yeah, get him.
Let me let's see. Bleh. All right, Gurks. One just came out of attack Nigabar.
I'm just gonna keep the same distance I have, and why not? This seems to work. I'm just gonna use another one of those same things.
Okay. Ray of Frost, crit.
Whoa.
Everyone's rolling so fucking good tonight. Dude.
Amazing. I love you guys.
All right.
I mean, I did I didn't even do max damage for one die.
Mikabar, looking aside, you have your eyes focused on the creature that just attacked you. When you see a pale bloom light suddenly shoot out from the side of it, you see like its body just like freeze up. It still seems to be twitching a little bit, and you feel like this is not a permanent thing, but it seems to be stopped for the time being as you look over at Gurks, who has his hand out.
I look at Gurks and I meet his eyes and I nod, and then I kind of make a half smile, not too much of a smile, just kind of like good job.
Don't give him too much.
Yeah. Gurks does kind of like a little dance for like half a second, then remembers he's supposed to be a prisoner and goes back to his to his idle position.
All right, Jekyll. There's one down on the ground that just tripped.
Right, it's prone, so I get advantage, right?
That's correct.
Oh, I love this. All right, let me swing at it with both my weapons again. And eagle-eyed viewers will see that I added offhand action for myself.
Good.
Yeah, I noticed it was taking up a lot of the screen.
That's part of our ARG.
It's probably an ARG if you just tell them, though, baby.
With the battle axe, let me roll damage.
Both were a hit.
Right. Oh, shit. Sorry. Go with the... Sorry. Wait a minute. What?
Man, you're doing a lot, man.
Sorry, take the 4 and the 3. I think the first one is battle axe, the second one is hand axe.
So the first one is D8 plus 3, yeah. So it was you rolled a 4 and then you rolled a 3 with your hand axe. Got it.
Right, but I also want to add my divine smite to it, which should do 3d8.
Yeah, because it's undead, right?
Yeah.
All
So
right,
let's 3d8.
Let's do it up.
Pally power's coming in.
So that's 18 plus 4 plus 3.
Right, so
fuck
as you
me.
bring it down with both your weapons at the same time, they suddenly begin emitting this eldritch energy. As you slam into it with both your weapons, you see like the zombie just like burst into light and burst into smoke.
Whoa, the big human fights like an orc.
And the air is filled with like the smell of the sea.
Yeah, it probably doesn't smell great, but you don't mind.
Yeah.
Feldrin like covers her face with their cloak, and it's just like obviously like ugh.
Dude, I definitely noticed it then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sniff the smell of the sea deep in my lungs, and I'm.
Darko's
Feel
just
like
laughing.
this. And Mikabar, the enemy in front of you is frozen.
I use my mace to clobber its head.
All right, attack with advantage.
Alrighty, let's get me that mace there. Get the fuck out of my head, spellbook. There we go. All right.
Okay, and do your damage.
Oh yeah.
All right. So bring your mace down on this enemy in front of you. Combined with the fact that Gurks just froze it, your mace just like shatters it from the like waist up. So it's just like stumpy legs that kind of topple over, and shards of like green and black viscera everywhere, frozen. And with that, initiative is resolved.
I look over at Gurks and I don't like condescendingly look at him too much. I'm kind of thinking you may have a use yet.
I wanna turn to the tent where Jarrett is. Is he inside?
Yeah. You notice Jarrett has been kind of like asleep this whole time. Like no one ever woke him up, and he seemed to be quiet even during that whole thing. He must be a pretty heavy sleeper.
Holy shit! How old is this guy?
Charcoal.
You got the idea that he's probably in his 50s. You notice that like he more than anyone has like a bunch of blankets and everything like piled up on top of him.
Okay, yeah, he's got old bones. He needs to keep himself warm.
Gurks is very curious if these orcs are from the Red Claw.
This is a man that knows how to retire.
I was like,
Gurks, as you go ahead and investigate the body in front of you. Do it with disadvantage though, because it was mostly shattered.
Ooh, disadvantage and a -1. This should be fun.
I will not apologize for that.
Whoa.
What's with the extra d8s there?
I don't know.
5 and a 7. As you look over, well, they look like a pair of legs. They're kind of dirty. You notice that they're kind of gross colored.
The Red Claws also have legs. The parallels are uncanny. Also, Jesus, why should all this die?
Children stands up. She's like, "What in the world? Undead here? Where could they have come from?"
Looks like they came from the forest.
Can I make a guess based on my knowledge of magic?
Make an Arcana check.
Ooh.
You get the impression that zombies crafted like these, in particular, would have to come from a source. Especially since the other zombies that like were moving differently than the others would assume that the person or whoever had made these is definitely someone that's very skilled in like working with dead bodies.
Okay.
These would not be because of a curse. Creatures that are raised from the dead like that do not move like that if they're just simply raised.
So the way they were moving, it was very like almost, like 28 Days Later zombies, right?
Right, almost animal-like, where they were kind of running on all fours and had a feral movement about them.
Gotcha. How far away from the goblin encampment?
What was that?
How far are we from the goblin encampment?
You are quite a few miles away from them by now.
Okay, so these wouldn't be from that raiding party, and a necromancer wouldn't have gone over there to...
It's unlikely that these came from the same place, especially with how slow the other zombies were moving.
Okay. Someone who created these must have been very skilled in the dark arts.
And
I examined like little pieces of the frozen one, and like kind of look at the legs a little bit, not too much. And I take one of the bones.
And Fildren is just kind of like goblins, orcs, hags, and now undead.
Hey, don't call me a hag.
It's an interesting time in the Forest of Nation.
So what do you mean by hag? Have you ran into hags before?
I've heard of some encounters nearby for the some other wood elves that live in the forest. They've apparently been having some issues with some unseemly fae.
Darkle ponders this.
It's might be a bit beyond you. It has to do with things greater in nature than you might understand.
I see what you there. Greater in nature.
While you guys are talking, Nikobar's etching into one of the bones the symbol of Is.
I enjoy that you insult us after we save your life. It's very becoming.
Oh, come on, greater in nature is great. What a good one.
Flump is very funny, but now is not the time for humor. I'm sorry. We can laugh around a new campfire.
Oh, when is it not? What better response is there than humor?
And as she looks at you, says, "Merely stating the truth, was I not? Do you know of the Feywild?"
Oh, no, I don't know what that is.
Janae, I want to roll... What would it be? Deception?
Nature. I guess if you want to try to lie that you know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I want to hear what you say.
Yeah,
Right.
we gotta hear this.
Can I roll first and then say it? Depending
No.
how good it is?
I want to see what you say first.
Okay, Jarkle says, I grew in the mountains. I grew from the soil, from the trees. I know more about nature than you ever will, you measly elf. Any point
Oh
there?
shit!
Roll deception with disadvantage.
Okay.
That's a wood elf, boy.
Can I roll
That's a
intimidation
high elf,
instead with that?
actually.
'Cause that's
That's
out of
a
more
high elf,
intimidating.
yeah, but she still seems pretty knowledgeable of these woods.
Right.
Yeah.
Could I roll
You
intimidation
both
instead?
get-
Because it turned out way more intimidating than I meant.
Sure, just go and roll intimidation normally.
Okay. Well, I got a literal one.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, I rolled it with advantage, but yeah, I got a critical miss.
As she looks at you, she actually kind of has like a small smirk come across her face, and she says, "Oh, really? And tell me, large one, what do you know of the forest and the woods that you are so experienced with?"
Ugh. And Jarkle goes over to the tree and he punches it really hard. He says, "Trees are stupid, and I hate them." And I don't know, should I roll damage on the tree?
Go ahead.
You have to do an attack roll
You have
first.
to do it unarmed.
You don't have to do an attack roll. It's not moving anywhere.
It's like a 1d4 plus strength, right?
Actually, it's just 1 plus your strength, unless you have a special thing for it.
So that's 4 then. All right.
Yeah, so you just do 4 damage to the tree as that, like,
4 tree damage.
you as you punch into the tree, like some of the bark kind of buckles under your hand.
Is there anything stopping me from hitting it again? Because I just want to continue hitting this tree while you guys
Make
do
an
whatever
athletics
you're
check.
doing. Oh, that's what I'm best at.
Dude, the tree's gonna hit you back, bro.
Try me, tree. Damn it!
Right.
I used all my criticals and good rolls.
You continue punching the tree for a while as Feldrin is like, besides that, perhaps he has a point, though. We should keep moving deeper into the forest.
Garrickson knows the forest. He used to travel a lot with the Red Claw. Sometimes there's weird fairies and weird temples, but I've never seen any dead orcs before.
Hey, I don't really like all this spooky stuff. You mind if I stay with you for a bit?
Are you asking us as a whole?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
This tree. Fuck.
You can be a prisoner with Gurks.
Oh no, thank you.
She kind of sizes you up for a second. It says,
I flex it and show off my quarterstaff and like gesture towards the smashed in the head.
she says, yes, it's probably best that you stay with us.
Eh?
Let's move a few more miles before we settle down for the evening.
Miles. Oof. Okay.
Oh, this is wow. this is fucking, what is it?
Duskwood.
Duskwood, yeah.
That's definitely Duskwood.
I mean, Blizzard makes some good soundtracks. Let's not kid ourselves here.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, you're totally right. Oh my god.
Trust me, I played enough.
All right. So yep. We'll just kind of fast forward a little bit.
Jarkle picks up Abby like maybe a little more roughly than usual, but still.
And so you're carrying Abby and Gurks.
Yeah, probably.
That boy's strong. He can do
Abby's like, no, it's really okay. I can walk myself.
And he's just smoldering. Maybe she like sees how like angry he is and like doesn't ask. I don't know.
Yeah. She'll just kind of like, okay, all right, big guy. And
Big man has to carry the little girl.
She just kind of like pats you on the back a couple of times, like, all right.
By the way, did Feldrin find it weird at all that Gurks was helping them out instead of running away?
Do you bring that up to her? Because she never mentioned it.
Oh, he definitely doesn't think about that.
Yeah, she never seems to bring it up.
How does Jarkle carry Gurks?
Oh, Gurks is like perched on his shoulder and kind of like.
Is it? Are his like? His,
yeah,
like,
Peter Gurks is
dangling
probably just
behind?
like sitting on his shoulder.
I imagine that.
okay.
I imagine that Gurks is on your shoulder, and then Abby is probably like slung over your shoulder.
Right, and sometimes like his arm gets a little tired, so he carries her like underhand.
Yeah.
He kind of alternates a bit, depends on the moment.
But anyways,
Well, then she's like insisting that you not carry her, and then you're like getting tired.
Yeah. But he's just like so stubborn, like, no, not again. I've been
I'm
humiliated. We're not asking for directions.
This time when camp is set up, the adrenaline kind of like fades away after a long walk, and you guys find yourself tired like midway through. You kind of swiftly build up camp once more. Feldrin decides this time she's going to make a smaller fire and says, just bundle up, unfortunately. She seems pretty on edge for the rest of the evening, and she's actually writing things down as the evening is going on, but she says she'll continue the watch for the night.
Before he goes to sleep, Nikobar is like observing her nervously writing down, and he sort of like he doesn't say anything, but he sort of like acknowledges that okay, she's on edge. It's probably safe for me to just like go to sleep because she'll wake me again if something happens like that.
Mm-hmm.
Gurks can keep an eye out.
And says, she looks over to you. You hear her say, "Do what you will. Just stay quiet."
Jarkle Patrick's and lays down. You wake all of us up if you hear anything.
And she just kind of quietly nods to you as she focuses on what she's writing.
Jarkle
Gurks
glares
just
at
like
her.
nods rapidly.
All right.
Also, Jarkle does heal himself with his divine favor or healing touch. Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Don't worry about rolling all that.
Yeah, I was gonna say how much of a rest are we taking?
It's gonna be a long rest still.
Okay.
No, yeah, so they don't have.
Just in case we got ambushed again, he healed up.
Yeah, but you don't, so it doesn't matter.
Hey.
In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and say let's go ahead and take a quick bathroom break. and then we'll jump to the next scene for you guys.
Bio big, BRB.
Yeah.
Healing. All right.
And remember, no music.
No music.
Let's get us flagged.
Was that slower? I could have sworn I heard slower.
I'll be right back.
Look at your face. Boop. Rub, 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 rub.
Scoop, scoop the poop.
Eh.
Scoop the poop. Scoop the poop.
Scoop the poop. Scoop the poop. Scoop the And maybe I'll get some more water. I'll be right back.
Dude, Sophie, you're a fucking idiot, dude. Oh,
Sophie.
I'm hitting you, Sophie, but I'm also petting
Sophie.
you. I'm hit pet. Hit pet. Yo-wee. Wee-yo-wee. Wee-yo-wee. Oop. Smell my finger. Yeah, smell my finger. Smell my finger. What does it smell like? What does my finger smell like, Sophie?
What does it smell like, Nico?
She looked away as soon as I said that, so it probably smells bad.
Poopy?
No, probably smells like my butthole. So yeah, like poopy. Yeah. What the fuck? What are you gonna do? Huh? What the fuck? Huh? Yeah. What the fuck? Huh? Yeah. The fuck? Huh? Yeah. What the fuck? Huh?
Hey, what you gonna do? Hey, what you gonna do? Don't wanna wind my.
Ow. Oh man, I've been really admiring actually the WoW soundtrack for its
Yeah, will this not get us striked? Like,
what?
I guess my elevator music a couple weeks ago screwed us up.
Your elevator music?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't a big deal though. I mean, it's not a big deal unless we're like getting money, which we aren't. So that's cool.
No,
but I wouldn't do it though.
I don't intend to. I thought it was. You said this was WoW music, so wouldn't that?
No, because this isn't playing through on the stream. This is only playing for our game.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Now I got it.
This is playing through Roll20, which the stream can't hear.
Gotcha.
I've also heard that video game music doesn't tend to get copyrighted much. Like it tends to like fly by.
Hold on, I'll post a really good.
I mean, look at all the stuff that Silvagana uploads, and they never get taken down with all their high quality rips of video game music.
Or they
That's
very
true.
seldom get taken down. They do,
Right.
but yeah.
Whoa, Ghost in the Machine, Slug. Did you hear that? I wonder if we're all losing our minds because I feel like we're all hearing her sometimes.
It's like she's really here with us.
Yes.
It's like she's here with us.
Hope you guys are having fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, I'm having a great time.
Dude, totally.
I'm gonna post a great. This is my favorite from the Lich King soundtrack.
And Grothler's shadow.
Oh, I'll post.
It's fucking
mine
edgy
too.
as shit. It's so edgy, but it was the one track in the whole Lich King soundtrack that really stood out to me. Besides the Grizzlemaw, the weird like foresty area they had in that expansion.
I think I
I'll
remember
post that too.
I also remember. I think this one's from.
Go ahead. What?
No, sorry. It was just there's this one from Pandaria that also like struck me. I think it's like it's playing one of the Shaw levels. It's kind of like I wouldn't say taunting, but it's something kind of stays with you a little bit.
Hmm.
It's not gonna play in the stream. That is break time, anyways. This is for us. What's up, Evan?
I've got a thing to show you all later that is bizarre and fantastic.
Hell yeah.
This is the other one that stuck with me. Yeah, but yeah, I remember you posted that earlier. The fucking Kazoo Pandaria.
I'm not even ironically. It's incredible. I really love that
It
song.
is very good. I
So good.
actually I never played during that expansion, and I was very much like curious about the game, but I never really wanted to play it.
From an artistic standpoint, that expansion was awesome.
Yes, absolutely. It looked really cool, right?
Oh yeah,
Bizarre.
I liked it.
I've
Yeah,
always
it's
wanted to play it.
They had a lot of really good use of color there, and
They also all the enemies look new. All these raids look new. Everything looked very like not like it was like recycled.
that was also the first time that they were like were rolling out the new models and animations and stuff like that. And the Pandarans, like their animations were really good for like anything else that had been at WoW at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Absolutely.
weird. I think that the Worgen and the Goblins were after that, and they still didn't have as good of animations. I don't think it's been.
They were before that.
Oh, they were before that.
I think they were Cataclysm.
They were Cataclysm. That's right. Isn't there another race after? Oh no, Demon Hunter's just reskinned Night Elf.
Demon Hunter is a class. not a-
Yeah, for Blood Elves and Night Elves.
Oh right, God.
But they are releasing the new like allied races that you can like unlock through reputation and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, right. It's the new expansion where you have like, yeah. It's the.
I haven't been paying attention all that much, but
I'll watch it
It's
sometimes.
apparently it's getting a lot more like gameplay and mechanics based, where they're actually having quests matter more. Because like in Legion, quests were mattering a lot more in terms of what you get later on. It's not just like you raid and then you get good gear and then you're done. It's like in Legion, half of it was you raid and you get the best gear, or you do battlegrounds and get the best gear, but like doing the quests in the world really mattered a lot more than the other ones, which I thought was a lot better.
I thought Legion was actually pretty fun for what it was, because I played a bit of it and actually hit max level, but I kind of stopped the moment that happened. I really did enjoy like the new area, and the movement felt a lot better, and just a lot of things felt a lot better in it. But I don't know, I just don't have time for it.
It's also something I can't afford, and for the game that it is, every time I play it and I get my fill of it, I'm just done.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, I can't play this anymore. I can't afford to pay $15 a month for something I don't play.
For me, it was just like if I have people that I'm playing with at the time, then I'll get into it. But if I'm by myself, then I'll get bored after like a day or two.
Yeah, right.
But like that's how I got into Final Fantasy 14 for a long time. Was I just had friends that were playing it, so I'm playing it too now.
Right. Makes it easy to talk about games when everyone's playing the same game.
That's like the reason I never got into Elder Scrolls Online. Is everyone says it's like really incredible, but it's just hard to play a game like that without friends because so much is made around that. I've heard that the experience is still diminished if you're playing it solo.
Well, but you've heard like a lot of people really enjoyed it.
I've heard quite a few people enjoy it. Yeah,
I've heard that it's really like completely turned around. Like it's an entirely different game from at launch.
Okay, because I played it at launch and it was fucking garbage.
I did too, and it was garbage.
Did not like
when I tried out the PS4 free trial, I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. I've always wanted like just co-op Elder Scrolls kind of thing, because I think that would be a lot of just fun having someone else running around doing stuff.
Oh yeah, I absolutely love that's why I tried it. I was like, oh my god.
It was definitely like halfway between that and like a MMO.
Okay. Huh. Okay.
Like it wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it was all right.
Yeah.
I guess I just kind of wanted it to be like a WoW clone with like some differences, some small differences, but the UI to me didn't fit, and like some of the things that I really need in a game to be like my speed weren't my speed. I guess the rating kind of felt weird. I don't know. It didn't feel like the. Because I guess my expectations for any MMO are always like, oh, it's like WoW except with different like shit going on.
Whereas my benchmark is Diablo 2.
Pandaria, Kazo.
What? We're on break.
Man,
Sorry,
I'll be right back, actually.
is Phoenix back yet?
I'm gonna be right back.
Now, Phoenix is still doing something, I think.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I've been muted the whole time. Jesus.
I was
Christ.
wondering. I was like, man, Phoenix sure is taking a while.
Yeah, we've been
I mean,
waiting.
I was saying things and I been muted the whole time.
Oh, sorry.
Thought we were all just ignoring you.
So wait, what
I
were
was
you
just like,
saying,
I'm
Evan?
not really adding anything to this.
Oh.
I mean, technically, yeah, you weren't.
I mean, yeah, it really wasn't.
Quite literally, we're not.
As far as the people at home were concerned, I wasn't adding anything to this.
I wish we all recorded locally so we could just hear you talking to yourself.
Oh, man.
I mean, all I pretty much said was just like I was also
Yeah, you
curious
can
about
send me the
Elder Scrolls
recording later,
Online
and I can hear
mechanics
everything
always.
that you said. All right. So,
Oh, Nico said he was.
son of a.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to wait a second for Nico.
At least Nico thought I was gone, I guess.
We all did.
Yeah. But yeah, I did also hear a lot of people that seem to enjoy the Elder Scrolls Online. I just think I'm done with
MMOs.
MMOs. So it's, I mean, even if it's not that much, because honestly, $15 is something I'll probably spend on worse things. As a lifestyle, it's just too much.
Yeah, I don't have the lifetime to dedicate to it right now.
No. I was always curious about Elder Scrolls, just mechanics-wise, though, because a lot of the Elder Scrolls and Fallout mechanics are very much aimed towards single-player stuff. Mm-hmm. So I was always curious as to how they were going to work that out on a multiplayer game. Mm-hmm. I'm very curious about Fallout 76.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Hopefully it's not just Rust. What were you about to say, Evan?
It doesn't look like it.
Huh?
What were you about to say a moment ago?
I totally do not remember.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fair.
That's fine.
Roll back the tape.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. I'm thinking about those beans.
I'm thinking about those beans. I'm going to sign up for this.
Hey, he goes back. I summoned him.
I'm Beans Man.
All right. Y'all here now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hang on. 5 minutes.
Have we got...
If you're not here, say aye.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
We're all here, I think.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. Anyways. Sorry, I was having a moment.
Not
there.
Enough characters.
I think Evan's here.
Evening, the rest of the evening goes out without a hitch. When you wake up and you see Deldrin there, she looks like she's kind of tired, but you could barely tell. As she stands up, she says, good, you're rousing.
Kirk definitely took at least one shift of a watch, just in case.
Yeah, you stayed up with her, but she was up the whole night.
Yeah,
Dunk definitely did not.
Yeah, you got your sleep. You got a whole good rest. And you have some morning as Feldrin takes out some packs as she begins stoking up another fire in the kind of the cool morning. There's a kind of a mist all around you in this like really crisp autumn day. The trees around you are all kind of bare, and it's almost a little eerie and somber with the mist about. But as Feldrin gets breakfast going, she presents it all to all of you, and yeah, you're able to go ahead and prepare your spells at breakfast if you have spells you want to prepare or change out. And yeah.
Breakfast for all of us?
She actually does give you a little bit of food, actually. You are given a small piece of jerky and and some dried fruit.
Oh, man. This is a very fancy meal.
Nikobar wakes up early that day and is
she looks towards you, Girk. She says, "Do not think I did not see you help us last night. You did not run, and you helped. You have my thanks."
Yes. Girks is a good prisoner. Yes.
I still not trust you, not trust your kind, but what the hell?
Jarkle says to Nikobar and Giant, the elves are sure very distrustful, aren't they? They just can't trust anyone.
She's just staring straight at you, says in Giant.
and then Jarkle turns to her and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just stating facts. I'm sorry. I'll have more facts later if you want."
And Girk says in Orcish, "Oh, giant human fights like an orc."
I don't think any of us get that.
Probably not. I have no idea what languages Feldon speaks, but yeah.
I say back to Jarkle, we don't need her to be honest. We need her to be a guide. As long as she'll get us where she needs to go, or a guard. I mean, not a guide. As long as we get where she's leading us, we'll be just fine.
All right.
And
my
as
friend.
go ahead and roll an insight check real quick, Jarkle.
Okay. Not good at this. Yeah.
You're not sure what to make of it, but you think you catch like a hint of a smile from Feldrin for a second. And she then goes to help pack up camp with Jahan and Gerund, and Abby.
Okay.
What's with that athletic science?
Wait, don't look at my... Stop it.
Think not on what the elf
I mean,
thinks
this
of
is
you.
not me calling you out. I'm just like, wait, did I miss something? Forgive me for checking out the chat that is public to everybody.
The athletics was when he was punching the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from way earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
This chat really could use timestamps.
It could. There's probably a way to turn those on, honestly.
I guess I need to check this.
Maybe. I don't know.
A lesson for you, as a new member of the Mubaraki wave worshipping is remember, your cause to the Deep Mother is above all. Forget their intentions, but be aware when they try to plot against you. Think deep on their actions.
Does he say that so me and Gurks can both hear it?
Well, yeah, I kind of say it. I don't like whisper it necessarily, but I'm not yelling it. I'm just kind of using my normal volume.
Right.
Kirk just crosses his arms and nods rapidly. It's just like, yeah, sure, yes, absolutely, of course.
Jarkle deeply ponders it and like nods and like really takes that in.
Anyways, I'll look it up after this game. Maybe there are timestamps.
Flumpdunk is eating.
Yeah, I don't see in the settings.
Yeah, it's a pretty good breakfast. Yep. A little
Yum,
smaller,
yum.
probably a little smaller portions than you'd like, but not bad. And, as you guys make your way through the rest of the forest, it's pretty uneventful. Some small chit chats here and there, I'm sure, but as you make your way, you get to the edge of the forest, and off the distance, you see pretty far away from here, a tiny speck of a town. And she says, "Right, this is the border. You'll be on your way from here now. It shouldn't be any trouble."
So she stopped. This is goodbye.
She says. She nods towards you and says, "Yes, best of luck to you all then. I must return to my duties back in the forest."
Jarkle, he thinks deeply. I don't know what else everyone else does, but Jarkle's thinking.
Ikabar kind of like turns away and like waves to like his wave is pointed away from Feldrin, but he's kind of like all right, see ya.
Yeah,
Like,
bye.
you know,
Watch out for orcs.
Jarkle stopped in place. He kind of like does like a little blessing. He doesn't know the words as well as Nikabar, but he kind of like pulls through him a little bit.
What do you say?
Nikabar, help.
Can you remember the prayer from yesterday? Can you recite the prayer from yesterday?
He kind of
No.
he tries it in Iraqian. Maybe she doesn't notice.
I want to hear you say it.
Today. Usha. He kind of mumbles it. Hurrah. And then he kind of
I put my hand like up. I reach up to your shoulder, like I have to like kind of like reach up to you and just I say Umbasa Adonai is.
I was wondering if we actually tapped it in chat. I was just gonna go through the log.
Umbasa
Adonai.
Adonai is. And then he stumbles and says, Joyan. He cuts out the Joyan.
I do like a small smile and I look away.
You
and kind of pat you on the back.
You're kind of caught off guard by Feldrin here because you see her like mouth go into like a wider smirk than before, and then you just hear.
No, don't do that.
And then she turns around and she's like laughing as she's leaving. Just
No, that's too similar to the other one.
I was gonna say if this was the king party, they'll probably shoot her right now.
Flumpdunk, it's okay. We get this all the time. Some don't believe as much as others. He kind of hangs his head a little bit, walks away. Walks with Nikobar, looking solemn.
And I say to Jarkle, worry not, she is a fool. She is unenlightened.
Jarkle nods.
All right.
Does your Goliath have something to say?
He's got
There's one last parting word with she comes back and says, actually, one last thing. Before she leaves, the words kind of echo through your mind. She mentions, remember, Churaud's at war with the goblins. If you're going to bring that one in, better have him bound or have a plan with him. If you were to take my recommendation, I'd say bring him to the Order of the Gauntlet within the town. They are the main one fighting the front of the war in Northiana.
Jarkle nods, and then Girks, you heard that, right? You're like on my shoulder still.
Keep in mind,
Like, oh man.
the town right now is being told to fear the goblins. So even if this one is not dangerous, they might not see it that way.
So Nikobar, as he hears this, he's kind of like stroking his beard, and he's like leaning up against a rock, and he's kind of like looking at Girks and looking at Jarkle and looking at Feldrin, and then he looks at Girks and says, "Well, I already have an idea, but if you have a suggestion on how to do this, I'd welcome it."
Girks, I guess he just kind of pulls up the hood that he's wearing to see if that does it, and he just kind of shrugs. I'm like, I don't know.
My plan is the same as we've been doing it right now. We just bring you here in shackles, and we keep an eye on you.
Jarkle kind of like, sorry, he kind of like brings Flumpdunk and Abby to the side and says, do any of you have any ideas?
Well, we should just go in and then tell everyone that we're all friends and it's okay. Can I do a persuasion check?
No, you don't do it against other players.
I give Flumpdunk an almost disbelieving look of like, how are you not aware of what's going on?
You should totally roll to persuade me, because I'm persuadable. I'm open to that.
Then be open to it. It's up to you.
Okay. Jarkle enjoys it. He nods his head and he kind of like points at her.
Yeah. Me.
And then I look at Jarkle and I'm like, you can't be serious.
And,
We're just over this.
You asked Abby too, and she says, I agree with her. If anyone could use him, the Order of the Gauntlet. As you realize, she's referring to Feldrin, not you. Or do you? Maybe you don't.
No, I don't realize.
But yeah, no. She brings up bringing the goblin to the Order of the Gauntlet is probably the best move, since they wouldn't have most use for him.
Yeah, totally. And then we'll all be okay.
Well, maybe we'll decide what to do with Girks when we get there. For now, maybe Girks would be okay being a prisoner for a little bit.
Wait, therefore, just for being with the Red Claw.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm just curious.
Oh,
The name of Order of the Gauntlet, just because hanging out with the Red Claw.
do you know about them?
Here, Chile, if she's saying anything.
You've been cutting out, Phoenix.
Oh.
So what did you say about the Red
no.
Claw and the Order of the Gauntlet?
No, I was just saying, like, I kind of wonder if Girths will recognize the name of Order of the Gauntlet, but just through hanging out with the Red Claw.
Make a history check.
Ooh, that's a -1.
Yeah, you don't recall anything about any Order of the Gauntlet in particular, no. You've never heard of
with disadvantage, but yeah.
It's not. Oh yeah, I guess you rolled with disadvantage, didn't you? That makes sense, but no, it was 17. You most definitely heard about your allies talking about the Order of the Gauntlet sometimes. It's definitely a group that they've had run-in with sometimes, and you heard that. You remember from before that if any of your clansmates failed to gather any more people to take to the north, then most likely the whole clan was going to be sent to the front lines of fighting, which is what a lot of people have been saying is basically suicide. the Order of the Gauntlet is like, you've probably heard of it from your like clanmates, like rumors of them, of just like they're an impossible force and they slay goblins by the dozens, and it's just they're completely more organized and ready and more equipped than we are, and it's just they're just using us to keep them at bay and stuff like that, basically.
Oh no! The Order of the Gauntlet would kill us.
That is, Gurks does have a good point. I don't know why we want to turn him into the Order. I like Gurks. He's an acolyte of his. I don't see why we want to kill him necessarily.
Kill
Don't say
him?
anything
I
about
thought we were
killing
gonna
him.
go be friendly.
He has his purpose to serve in the future, for sure, but I think that we should not exactly turn him in, but he shouldn't be kept a secret. It won't be easy to keep him a secret. We should do the easiest possible route, which is to keep him in shackles.
And you see Jaren actually walk up as he begins signing in front of you guys. And Abby, watching him, says, Jaren says if you want to protect him, then why don't you disguise him?
Yeah.
I look at Jaren with like, didn't think of that. and I look at Gurks and I try to think of what a good disguise would be, and I'm kind of like stroking my beard a little bit on that one. I don't really know.
Janae, does he look more, if he was a baby, if we bundle him up, would he look more like a human baby or a Goliath baby?
I don't want to say the obvious just because Gurks wouldn't think of that, but I like that your first instinct was, oh, he should dress up as a baby.
You've probably seen some pretty weird looking humans, so you would probably think he looks more like a human baby than a Goliath baby, based on his big nose and weird ears and stuff.
But no one's seen Goliath before, right? Maybe Jargle says this out loud. I doubt that anyone there has ever seen a Goliath before, or a Goliath child. Maybe I can pass him off as my son.
Oh, I'm like David and Goliath.
And do you say that in common?
Because he's a baby.
Yeah, definitely common.
Okay. You see Jaren like signing in front of you guys with hand signs and stuff like that, and Abby looks forward and says, Jaren says, you know that the people there have seen a lot of goblins, right?
Jargle ponders that, and maybe we'll wrap him up very tightly. How do we all feel? And Jargle looks very excited and earnest.
I look over at Jargle and I kind of like go with my eyes, and then I look back at Gurks and I think out loud, this disguise idea has value. I believe that we can use his small stature and halfling-like features to turn him into a rather unsightly halfling, really.
Jargle
Given
goes
his facial features and given his physique, I think he'd probably be lesser on their scope of genetic. I don't really know much about the halflings.
Jargle elbows.
I look over at Flumpdunk, kind of like, you're interrupting me. You better stop. You better stop interrupting me.
Oh, you.
And so I look over at Gurks and say, can you speak as she does? Like a halfling.
Can you?
You don't have to be as flamboyant, but just try to not sound like a goblin.
Oh.
Your stature and height and interesting features will do the rest. Phoenix.
No.
Am I not here?
You cut out while you were saying that.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was gonna say. Oh, maybe Gurks won't say anything at all.
That may be wise.
Jargle points to the signing man. You could say you only know sign language. Do that.
By sign language, do you mean writing signs?
Jerkle what?
Charcoal's a simpleton. He nods but doesn't know what that means.
And Nicobar kind of like rubs his forehead a little bit, like, okay.
Like the joke went right over his head.
But the joke wasn't like he knew that it was a joke, but that's beside the point.
So you guys will jump forward to basically you're probably only about 5 minutes away from arriving in Churaud. And what exactly did you actually execute? What is Gert's current position right now?
Right. Yeah. What could we possibly do to change the color of his skin?
I made a wig out of straw.
I don't know. I don't remember all of your back.
Well, you've got a hood, right? So can you conceal your ears? Maybe.
Oh, you're an entertainer. Do you have a disguise kit?
No, I don't. It didn't come with one. I came with the proficiency, but not the kit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would you not carry one on you?
Probably not.
You wouldn't carry like costume items or anything?
I'd probably carry costume items, actually. Yeah.
Would you have like a mask?
Do I have
No, probably like a wig.
Okay.
Can I roll a deception check?
A wig and like a dress.
What are you doing?
Can I roll a deception check to see if I'm if I can make a believable like disguise, or if I'm like I would be fooled by that if I didn't pay too close attention.
What would you be using?
Deception?
No, I mean like what are you literally doing?
Your tools.
Let's see. We could use like
you could rub dirt on its face.
Yeah, like mud and stuff like that to kind of like change the hue of his skin from green to like darker and make it look like he's just been rolling around in the mud and he's covered in like raggedy clothes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you just kind of junk up his visage. Go ahead and roll a deception check. Okay. With a 14, it's if you look at it too long, it's like you can tell, but at a glance, you think it's okay.
Okay. Man, I wish I had my Darkling mask right now.
Okay. Pull it over from your other character. Whoop.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah, just deposit it in your account and pull it.
Well, all right.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna put something in storage, and then like a warrior with a two-handed sword appears in front of you, puts a mask into a chest, and then disappears. And then Nikopar reappears and takes the mask out of the chest.
I see. Does anyone have like a piece of cloth we can put around so his nose and mouth are kind of covered?
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what's on my explorer's pack.
Because if not, I can just
with the cold out, you as part of the costume, making it a little more effective, you put a scarf around his face, so you can only really see kind of his eyes, which are darkened by the mud that dried across the skin.
Okay, and then hopefully his like ears are concealed, I guess. And...
Yeah, his ears are concealed by his hood.
Okay, cool. All right. So then,
if now looking at him with this further disguise, with Jerkel's original idea of carrying him as a baby, it's not. He kind of looks like a baby swaddled up in cloth.
Jarkle thinks this immediately.
And I gesture for Gertz to hop into Jarkel's embrace.
And Jarkle takes some of the charcoal from the campfire from before. He saved it for doing makeup. I know.
Oh, man. We were all thinking it. Thanks for saying it.
Thanks for saying it.
Oh, wait. Is it not Yarkle?
You know what? You can say whatever you want.
It still rhymes, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Still rhymes.
Yeah, I get that Jarkle.
I guess Gert's kind of sighs because he's kind of tired of being carried by Jarkle. He wants to kind of stretch his legs, but he goes ahead and walks towards him.
You've probably been walking on your own for a while now. You probably got off at some point and you've been walking by yourself.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, I guess it's more because it's kind of an common occurrence and not so much because he's not walking, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. You're pretty tired of this whole routine. But yeah, you're wrapped up in cloth as you guys are just mere minutes away from the town as you've finished your disguise.
Oh, but I also put war paint on him like a Goliath, so he's got the war paint.
You kind of draw some like crude tattoos across his face.
Yeah.
And for a second, you can't help but shed a little tear.
Jarkle remembers his past. He remembers what it was like to be a Goliath. At the convent.
My baby boy.
What did you say?
He remembers what it was like back at the convent with all the other giants. So it was like on the mountain. He feels like he's at home for a little bit.
Aw.
And like a little tear rolls down his face and lands on like your cloth a little bit.
See, this is the
Maybe
kind of
you'll
stuff that if you had used it before, I would have given you inspiration. But you're still chilling on that.
But I'm thrifty like that. I didn't even need it.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I haven't even used some inspiration this whole game. I guess we haven't needed it.
So as you guys are coming into Churaud, this is probably the biggest like settlement you've seen from the north since you guys have arrived across the sea. This town is pretty big. There's multiple districts with residential and commercial, and as well as a religious district.
It's definitely fancier than a goblin settlement.
Oh yeah, for Gurks, as you are like kind of peering out from Jarkel's like arms, and you're just peering at all the buildings and all the people. It's just like it's more people you've ever seen. It's more like stone and wood and everything piled up in like these like fancy houses that you've never seen before. Dunk, what's it like for you? You probably travel from place to place. It's probably just another stop on your way.
Oh yeah, totally. It's just another city. Like, is it a particularly impressive one, or is it pretty average?
It is fairly impressive. It's a pretty like popular trade hub, so you know that you could probably, from this town in particular, in your experience, you can find a lot of different stuff from like all over in the central hub.
Nice,
there's like different trinkets and adventures for hire, and different taverns and foods and things you can do.
So it's pretty diverse and like metropolitan.
Right. Like the religion district from your experience, Dunk. It's very boisterous. There are multiple like religions that have like big churches in the area, as well as kind of like small communal areas that a lot of the like smaller congregates come together. As out of that, there's
Would I know much about a religion though?
I don't know. Do you?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but it's just stuff you've heard about from this town.
Yeah. She's a real salt of the earth kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And as you guys walk in, what's your first business here? As you walked in, the disguise seems to be holding. No one really seems to be paying you notice. In fact, what you notice more than anything, Jarkel, is as you're walking through, a lot of eyes are kind of darting towards you in particular.
Yeah, Jarkel notices that, and he kind of like tries not to pay attention to it, but pays a lot of attention to it. Have we also split up from Abby and Gerund? Is Abby still here and Gerund, or are they gone now?
They've actually arrived, and Gerund actually is signing as Abby is looking towards him and nodding and signing back towards him, and eventually she says, "My uncle has invited you. You're all welcome to stay with him for a few days while you get your bearings in town. He says the goblin is allowed to come as well."
I look at Gerund, so like still suspiciously, even though like he just offered us this. Still look at him and I kind of say, "I'll notice if you inform the authorities about our friend."
Kirk's definitely perked up when he said the goblin is allowed, but he remembers that he's supposed to stay hidden.
Is keeping her gaze upon you.
Out loud to Abby.
Yeah.
Abby is signing back towards Gerund as he's watching her, and he looks back towards you and signing, and says, "No need. We came through this together, and you protected my niece. I owe you a lot."
Jarkel says in a giant Tanika barn whisper, we saved their lives multiple times and they let us stay with them for half a week, maybe a few days. I think they would be more generous if they were trying to trick us.
I kind of squint at both of you. Like I just kind of like, and I like look away.
Jarkel smiles, but behind that smile, he's a little put off by how weirdly stingy he's being.
Man, you must know me by now. We've been traveling long enough.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get what you're doing. Nikabar, also, I think you know that Jarkel took oaths, and one of those was for honesty. So you might notice more than Jarkel that if we have to lie about this baby Goliath, it might not go well.
Right.
You could say Jarkel instead of Burks.
Yeah. No, baby Jarkel. What are you talking about?
Jarkel Jr.
I'll be a much better liar, don't worry.
All right, but after they invite, they sign to each other for a little while, and then Abby says, "We do have business to attend to, though." So she gives you a small like note with basically where their house is. And yeah, she says, "If you wish to come for the evening, you are welcome. If not, there are several inns in town. I'm sure you can find your way."
Jarkle again is just, says to Nikabar in a low whisper, What happened? Why are they so mean? What happened? I trust you, but did we do something?
I look at him and I kind of think, I was just testing their allegiance. That's all. What are you questioning? What are you?
No, it's not you, Nikabar. I mean, they're just being so cold and oddly greedy. They're not. You'd think they would be more generous after we saved their lives multiple times for no money at all.
I think we need very little from them at this point. We just
That's
need
fair.
to find our bearings and find our friend some accurate small creature clothing. And I kind of look at Gurks a little bit and see like where can we go in this weird town to go get him clothing?
And Jarkle looks at Flump and says, She does need some new clothes. She looks a little disheveled.
and then I look at Flump and say, okay.
This is all a giant, by the way. I don't think they heard that.
Whoops. Jared is actually signing towards Abby, and Abby speaks out for him. Does anyone here remember any taverns we've established?
In this
Oh
adventure,
God, what was the name of the?
We had some.
the Staffen Stein.
Yes.
The Staffen Stein? That was from the Dungeon World game, right?
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Well, it can make an appearance here too.
Didn't we?
that was
wasn't that the fancy?
Leidenport, though, right?
Yeah, there was a fancy tavern we went with the Eleanor.
Eleanor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the restaurant you guys went to there.
How about the Blind Bandit?
The Blind Bandit.
Good. That's a really good name.
Well, I mentioned the Blind Bandit, but they mentioned that's more in like the kind of the cheaper rough and tumble part of town, if that's where you want to go.
Caroline Crow.
There was the Counting Crow.
I like that too.
There are two like kind of mid-tier establishments he mentioned, which is the Counting Crow and the Staffen Stein.
I like all this alliteration.
I kind of ask which would have better drink and better music.
I just saw your picture of your halfling. That's really good.
I love it. Yeah, it's great.
That is super good.
Oh wait,
Counting
I need
Crow
to
has
see
to have
this.
better music.
Oh my God.
Adore that design, Evan.
It's really good.
Her quarterstaff is just a 2x4.
It's fucking, I love that shit. It's fucking adorable.
It's amazing. I'm glad we're all stopping to wait. Hang on. I'm gonna make sure that people can see it in the stream.
Yeah, go and share that.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, I don't know how much we want to hear, Mr.
I'll make sure you have inspiration for next session.
Mm-hmm.
But
There we go.
the best thing, he says, well, it is a bit rough and tumble. What was it again? The bandit's what?
Blind Bandit.
Blind Bandit, yeah. The Blind Bandit is known for a pretty strong drink if it's what you're in for.
How about the music? Is the entertainment up to snuff?
If you like very loud bar songs, then yeah, it's great.
We'll be at peace where it's rough.
You kind of question that coming from a deaf man.
Right.
But,
He can feel the vibration.
yeah, that's kind of how he describes it. It's just like, there's a lot of like banging on the tables, and you can just feel the vibration in the air from it all.
Okay.
From the other places, they tend to be a lot more quiet, except for like just more like everyone is around and there's some band playing and everyone's kind of having their own conversation.
Okay. Well, the next stop, the Blind Bandit. As far as I'm concerned, I'm looking forward to a nice drink.
Charcoal nods. He looks around how anyone else reacts.
All right. Making your way into the Blind Bandit together. as you walk, everyone's going, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Jarko
Dirk
motions
doesn't have a say in this. He's a
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. As you guys walk in, there was already like a bunch of like dwarves and halflings and humans all around here, and like coming in, it's kind of like an early evening, you would say. So it's just some crowds that start to come into the tavern at this time. There's a lot of like arm wrestling. There's a lot of like people singing like really jaunty tunes together. There's no like instrumental background or anything, and there's people like arm wrestling and stuff.
Cool.
I find a table. I just walk in and find a table that's furthest away from all the people and kind of like sit against the wall at a table and like observe.
Flumpdunk plops right next to you.
As you guys are walking in and going towards the table you're in, 1 second. Jarkle, as you're kind of like ducking in through the door and coming in, like standing up straight, holding Gurks, standing this tall, like a lot of the bar goes quiet and all eyes go towards you.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Jarkle thought this would happen. Jarkle, he kind of gives a curt nod and then does a little bit of a glare and kind of like makes eye contact with everyone in the room.
Okay.
Well, kind of like using his free hand to kind of like hint at the weapon on his hip, maybe like his hand axe or something, or probably battle axe actually.
Do you want to make an intimidation check?
Probably, it's a good idea.
Oh man, yeah, make that.
If this goes wrong, it's gonna go wrong.
What
Hang
would,
on, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
All right, go for it.
Much better. Much better.
As you kind of like hint towards your weapon, like for a brief moment, you see like the eyes of a lot of the people all also kind of like jolt towards the weapon they have on their hip, and then they kind of start glaring at you again. You kind of like tense up your muscles and kind of get this face across your face.
what would be like a friendship check? Would that be performance?
Persuasion or performance could also, if you want to like do something, but yeah, as you make this face, like the whole bar like kind of pauses for a moment. They're still staring at you, and then a lot of them go back to what they were doing.
A lot of them.
So I'm still watching you.
But
You get a glance of a couple of people that seem to be like looking up at you every so often, but for the most part, everyone seems to be back to what they were doing.
Jarkle makes sure to make like a mental accounting of them as the night goes on, kind of like, keep track.
Mm-hmm.
I want to like actively just like checking on everyone, seeing how they're doing. Like, hey, how you doing, man? Hey.
Go and roll a persuasion check. Yeah. A lot of them, as you go up to like you go up to a human, like a big human that's drinking a ale, and he's just like, "Beat it, half pint." And as you go along, like greeting other people,
whole pint.
you kind of eating finger guns, and you go along to some halflings that you see, and you go to them. It's like, scram, lady, we're talking.
Keep it up.
You're getting a lot of that from the people that you're like attempting to talk with.
Oh yeah, and just gushing with positivity in response every time to every turn down.
I as soon as everyone's at the table, I get up and I head to the bar and I order a drink.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Jarkle, make sure to ask for an apple juice for his son. He says that like, and apple juice for Junior, please.
I ask for a.
I'm guessing he says that in common.
Yeah, he says that in common. He's not even thinking. He really does mean it.
I ask if they have any alcohol from Mubarak. Like I ask for like a dark ale that may be
like a porter or
craft beer.
He says,
"We got ale. We got whiskey. What do you want?"
Oh, you got like an IPA or?
I kind of disappointedly, but not too kind of say, because I'm still like, I want a drink, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, okay. And I sort of like say, I'll take the ale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you put down your money for the ale, Dunk, you're just going along trying to greet as many people as you can. As you come along on Dwarf, you go up to him, and how do you greet him?
A wider, tiny guy. Hey.
You see the orc's like forehead like veins begins to bulge as he looks over to you, and you just see like this man with a big hooked nose and like little beady eyes that are just like you can see the white of his eyes and pupils like staring straight at you, with a big like black beard, and he's actually wearing like full like scale armor right now, dwarven made with a warhammer and a shield on his back, and he says, "Are you talking to me, lass?"
You know I am, cutie.
And gets really close up to your face. He says, "Oh yeah? And what is it you want from me?"
I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, kind of like
Dwarf voice is good.
yeah, kind of like bumps you like with his hands and everything like that, and just kind of like shoves you a little bit, and he's just staring you in the face. He says, "You trying to start something?"
Oh, Janae, I'm watching this, right? Because I assume I'm like keeping visual eye.
Yeah, Gertz kind of just
Absolutely,
taps.
absolutely.
Gertz kind of just taps Jarkle and not saying anything.
Right, Jarkle walks over and kind of like picks up Flumpdunk and doesn't like say
she's
anything.
just giggling and like, hey, let me get you a drink.
And he just picks her up and then walks back to the table while just like glaring hard.
As you come up and you go to grab her, the dwarf is like staring at you with his beady eyes, just like looking you right in the eyes. He says, "Oh, is this one yours, big man? Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen one of your kind."
Jarkle nods and doesn't even like stop. He just tries to continue, I guess.
He says, "Oh, you're gonna walk away, huh? You would have expected one of your kind to be strong warriors, is it?"
Jarkle, okay. So Gurks, am I holding Gurks or is he kind of like sitting? I guess I'm holding him because he's in
You've
like
been holding him, yeah, because you were trying to pass him off as a child.
right. And Jarkle very seriously, like absolutely meaning it, like turns back and as he's like leading Flumpdunk away, he says, "Not in front of my son." Keeps going and sits at the table.
I'm over my ale. I'm kind of like giving like a little side eye to the situation, but I'm kind of staying distant because I don't want to.
The dwarf actually at that point like walks up to you, following you. He says, "Oh, you brought his son into the tavern, huh?"
All right, Janae,
And
yeah,
he kind of like takes a peek at Gurks. And Gurks, go ahead and make a charisma check. Precision or deception with advantage, or performance.
Make an Ugu check.
I guess it's the same if I do performance or charisma. Which is, by the way, not my highest stat, even though I'm a sorcerer.
Can I cast light on his beard?
No.
No, you have advantage.
no.
You have advantage.
Wait.
I do have inspiration. I guess.
No, you don't even need to use your inspiration because you have an advantage.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. All right.
Oh my god, I can't go any worse than that. It's okay.
Oh my god.
You can still use your
It didn't show
inspiration
it
if
for
you
a
want.
second. I thought it was another thing.
A 12. Sure, I'll use it.
Okay.
So did you get 2 more rolls then, or just
No, I think it's one more roll.
Oh.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, please don't be a 1. Oh,
All right. You just kind of sit there and you kind of briefly make eye contact, but then you look off into space, and then you hear the dwarf say in common to Jarkle, he's like, "Oh, ugly little shite, isn't he?"
Jarkle lays him down on the table, and then he pulls out from his pack very slowly the like flag that he has from his old pirate days.
Nicobar was
He
kind
kinda
of
like-
smiling because he called him ugly, and you think that's really funny.
Jarkle doesn't notice. Jarkle will be so hurt, but he doesn't notice.
So you go to pull out your flag.
Yeah, and he does it very slowly, like not in any sort of like pulling a weapon way. I don't know if he still thinks it that way though.
Or it's just like, oh, my mom used to think I was handsome.
As you begin doing that, you like begin pulling out the cloth, but before you manage to get out the whole way, the dwarf begins like laughing at his own statement. He's like, and then he like slams you on the stomach, and he's just like, "Can I buy you a drink, big guy?"
And Jarkle looks at him like he's gonna kill him, but then Jarkle just starts doing like a big belly laugh of and then he like does the same to the dwarf, and then just like laughs and says, give me 2. You earned me 2.
He says, "And I'll buy you one." And then I'll buy us with both one
Jarko then
later.
passes him a gold and says like, okay, but 2.
But then and then Dunk, you cast light on his beard. You said.
Oh, I want to. I shouldn't though.
Are you sure? You have the option to.
Is this going to be another Sylvester?
I think Dunk right now is like drunk
Sylvester's
Sylvester.
a jerk.
You can't decide. You can flip a coin if you want, because you seem whimsical. I bet you do stuff based on that.
Nah, she's not gonna do it.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right. Yeah. So the dwarf like sits down with a drink of you, and he's just like, he's just seems to be completely curious about you. He's like, so where are you from, big guy? Then.
Jarko lets out a big sigh and starts laughing again. Oh, it depends. I've got long versions, short versions. I've been just about anywhere on the sea. I'm originally from Hammerhill. It's where my people hail from. So where are you from?
I'm from the mountains up yonder.
Yonder mountains. Good mountains, folks.
Come down here because I heard there's some skulls to crack. Looking to work with the gauntlet as mercenary work.
Jarko kind of motions towards Nikabar, and he kind of like says to the dwarf like, "No, I'm sending my friend over here, not because you're good people, but he just wants to hear this. We've been looking for work. You heard the gauntlet's looking?
Hey, they always got something going on. Need a lot of people up front to smash some skulls. Got a lot of green bloods out there."
I was gonna say that Gurk's kind of shivers a little bit when he says gauntlet, but now he definitely.
No, that sounds fantastic. Actually, I don't know if Nikabar's made it yet, but no, the 4 of us we're looking for work, and he even like motions towards the baby, like not thinking. I was a pirate once.
Really enjoying Jarkel's attempt at lying.
I don't know. I don't
was
know.
there a lie?
No, I think he just like broke it by saying that the 4 of us like pointed at his baby.
and that sort of like also makes him.
I feel like, as far as the baby thing goes, he feels like Darko is very sure of himself.
Yeah, I think he's kind of deluded himself a bit. I don't know what he believes anymore. He believes he's the son.
There's no deception in how he refers to Gurk right now. But yeah, the man puts out his hand. It says, "My name's Bumble."
Oh, Jarkle definitely shakes it. And he shakes it with the hand that had the... Go ahead, sorry.
Make an athletics check.
Hell
Are you sure it's not Grumble?
Oh my god.
Shit. Oh shit, you shake his fucking hand.
Yeah.
You shake the dwarf.
You grip his hand real tight, and you actually you briefly see a wince across his face. It's like, oof.
And Jarkle lets off and says, "Oh, and now I need to buy you a beer. I'm so sorry."
It's like, "Oh, that's a strong grip you got there, lad. It's impressive."
Thanks.
And you say that isn't it more like grumble? It says, "That's cute, lass. Let's see where you gets you if you keep it up."
Wink. Says wink, turns sideways, and blinks.
All right. He just kind of shakes his head and says, "She's an odd one. Where'd you find her?"
So many stories, so little. What? How long are you gonna be here?
Not long. We actually signed up. Going out with an expedition tomorrow.
And Jarkle kind of scratches his chin. There's no imposition. And he kind of steps on himself.
If you're looking for work, there's a bunch they need to be done out there. There's some jobs they put out. I've lost my accent. That's fine.
That's fine.
It's the alcohol.
Yeah.
I misplacement in somewhere too.
He says, if you're looking for work, there's a lot of jobs out there that they still need done. A bunch of adventurers like you coming through, it seems. Weapons and all. But, getting in good with them, there's a lot of shite they can get.
And Jarkle looks a little sideways and is like, "Oh, I get you. We'll Gotta keep rotating voices. We'll I'll figure it out one day. We're gonna go there and we'll do that in the morning. Actually, thank you so much, friends. And Charcoal does slip him that coin and says, "You get yourself a beer. Come on."
He's like slaps you on the shoulder pretty hard, and it's like it's almost a little sore, but you can handle it. And he's like, you too. Good luck out there. And you hear like a call off from the end of the bar, and you hear, "Boy, Mumble, get your ass over here!" It says, "All right, I'm away, you old bastard." And he heads off.
Charcoal waves happily. Waves.
As you guys partake of the ale, go ahead and make everyone make Constitution saving throws. Everyone that's drinking.
I'm definitely drinking. Did he bring me 2? I would be double fisting if so.
Garx wants to be drinking, but he's definitely not.
Oh shit! That's
He
not
ended
good.
up buying.
He did give me 2? If he got me 2, then I got a 5 and maybe make that lower somehow.
Roll with disadvantage, basically.
Okay, let me roll it again to see if I get worse than 5.
Jesus.
Being a halfling about the world, you've had this kind of ale before. It's all right. It's pretty standard among a lot of nomads. It's easy to make and it's strong. Nikobar, you're cut off by just how strong it is. It is foul, but strong. As your whole world begins shaking, as you begin hearing like whispers of what you think is in your mind, and it's kind of a new experience for you.
I push the rest of the ale away from me, and I kind of and I close my eyes and start trying to focus on what I think he is.
It's this combination of like it feels like the world around you is like shifting and swerving and swirling, but at the same time you hear all these words coming from all around you. You just focus on like trying to hear one of them. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom.
Okay. With a 13, you're able to gain your wits about you and focus on a few words. When you focus on the word, it kind of sends you into a meditation. So you're sitting there and you're quiet and you're just thinking to yourself. Jerkle, what kind of drunk are you?
Probably not the happy kind, to be honest.
Really?
And I doubt I could use like stone endurance here, right? That's
I would say because you're a big dude. Even when you roll 5, like you're not dangerously drunk. I would say that you're not at your violent level of drunk just yet. You've kind of shifted into your like next stage of like buzz. So you have your faculties, but you're definitely drunk a little bit.
Okay. Well, he's definitely going to be aggressive then, because he was a bad man. It kind of comes out a bit when he drinks.
Get drunk like a rock, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
All right. So as you're kind of getting riled up by the drink, what's your action?
I don't know. I think he's just smoldering, honestly.
Every so often, you still see like the eyes in the crowd that every so often peer over at you as you're sitting there just drinking your beer and like having these feelings rile up.
Are you gonna start a bar fight, dude?
Every time that Flumpdunk sees someone peering over, she thinks it's like someone like eyeing her, like checking her out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that like points
So
out?
she feels
Sorry.
what?
She's gonna like do shitty wink and like blow kisses.
She winks with both eyes and kind of awkwardly kisses off. Go ahead and make a persuasion roll. As you do so, you seem to be, not that you can tell, but you seem to be garnering less attention than the Goliath that you're currently with.
Hey, I think they like you.
But do anyone like stick out to me? Sorry to interrupt, but anyone in particular?
Make an insight check.
Okay. I don't know if rolling good is going to be a good thing here. Oh, good.
The most opposing one you see appears to be a half-orc that seems to be kind of like surrounded by nobody where he's sitting. He seems to be kind of on his own. Imagine if it was.
Janae, I could do it if you want. I could do both voices.
You want to do it?
Let me do it.
Hi there.
All right, I'll
I mean, I guess
fucking
if
let
it's
you
a
do it
choice,
if
then you
you
should be
want.
fine. Just don't get
You
stuck
see,
playing two characters.
What is it? Crimson color?
Crimson, the robes, yeah.
Yeah. So you see a crimson robe, and you see one of his arms holding a mug, and the other
Maybe
arm.
his only arm.
Yeah, I was gonna say the other arm seems to be like dangling with cloth. You don't see any like hand coming out of it. But he seems to be the most that like his eyes are like jumping over towards you, and in particular, he seems to be looking at your left arm.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
What are you gonna do, Jarkle? What are you gonna do, Phillips?
I know Jarkle. Hang on, I've really got to do a workshop on my voice. This is inside the acting
See,
studio.
this is
do
what I
your
try
best,
to
Winston.
avoid. But
You're like Justin Roiland right now.
Oh
I can
yeah,
do
you gotta
this.
be Justin.
Okay, Jarkle walks over and is pretty imposing, and he says, me, 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 me. Okay, he says,
He vocalizes before he approaches Phillips.
yeah, he does like some vocal fry, and he's like, all right, let me think, let me get this through. He says, so much pressure. All right,
you wanted to do it.
Everybody's looking at you. It's okay.
no, this is like, yeah. He walks over and I just want to beat the shit out of you. And Phillips Phillips just kind of turns over and like sneers at him. He's like, "Oh yeah, you want to try me?" I'm gonna say Jarkle rolls. I don't know what an unarmed strike is. Like he punches him like hard.
Let's do your melee attack roll.
Yeah, and Phillips he can't
Good
dodge.
Phillips
He has
roll,
nothing.
dude.
A
Good
melee
Phillips
attack.
roll.
So
Well, you've got both the character sheets, right?
Yeah, go get Billups open there.
fucking shit. You're right. What is Billups roll? What do I roll in this Billups roll?
I mean,
So,
because it-
hey, Davey, if we're really getting into this,
Yeah.
all right. So we're gonna do attack roll with Druckle first.
So
Yeah,
would that be quick and strength or something, or
Just
just any
do-
weapon I guess
Just
works,
do
right?
your weapon attack. Yeah.
Okay.
too bad Eleanor's in the Feywild.
What's
Yeah.
Phillips AC?
Nine.
He's 9.
Yeah.
Are you
Um,
serious? He has no dex.
You punch him for 4 damage.
Phillips
like-
turns, snaps.
You just
Yeah.
hit him. What? Where do you hit him?
Oh, right in the face, like
All right, just
immediately.
right in the cheek. Just I'll tell you, knock his glasses off his face.
Yeah, Phillips turns to him and says, "Now what the fuck do you want?" And then Darkle just like hits him square, and he goes, "No, please, I'm so sorry." Then he kind of bends over himself and tries to pick up the glasses and kind of like starts tumbling on the floor.
Oh man, we've been picking on Phillips for so long, but now Davey picks on Phillips.
I want to mage hand the glasses onto his face. Like as he's trying to grab them, and they like whoop.
And he
Yeah,
can't
you probably.
see straight, so he's like Velma trying to get them off the ground.
But they're not on the ground anymore.
Like bash into your face, and you're like, what? And as you look up, are you like still? Are you like next to him, standing next to him?
Me?
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
what is
I'm-
Skirks on all of this? Do you
I'm
put him
like
down when you were
waving
talking
around
to
my 2x4.
What's that?
Huh?
What was that, Dunk?
I'm like waving around my 2x4 to moving around, mage handing the glasses onto his face.
So you're using your 2x4 like a wand.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And yeah, as you're feeling around for Billups, you like suddenly feel like up to your face. And like, are you standing next to Jarkle, Dunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the halfling also standing next as you. You were cowering to Jarkle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Phillips is cowering to Jarkle, and I think as he tries to like get his footing to get back up, because he only has one arm, so it's kind of like pathetic.
Yeah.
Jarkle then like picks him up and throws him through near window. If there's any window.
Oh no.
At this point,
God,
is,
dude.
Is
Wait,
Skirks still
Jarkle,
with
stop
Jarkle,
that.
or is Skirks like sitting at the table?
Girks is laying on the table, I think, wrapped up.
Wait, hold on. Wait, can I do something to like? Can I stand in between them?
You can run in front of him before he grabs Billups.
Yeah. I wanna do that and be like, it's like, hey, this is getting out of hand.
I wish I wasn't meditating right now. This would be fucking hilarious.
Maybe can you roll to stop? I don't know. Like, want to roll persuasion? Janae, is that okay?
Do you want them, or do you want Dunk to roll persuasion against you?
Yeah, because I don't know if Jarkle takes that.
All
or
right,
not.
go for it.
Oh well. Okay. To add to it, this is getting out of hand. I point to his arm, like where it's missing.
All right, do you grant advantage on that roll, Davey, or not?
Oh no! Wait, what do you mean? Oh,
You decide because you're calling for the persuasion roll here. So,
just make it normal. I don't think he even notices you make that joke.
yep.
Can
Normal
Billups
persuasion roll.
psychic damage. though?
Yeah,
No.
that's pretty bad.
Wait. I want to use my inspiration for the drawing.
Okay, you have it.
Okay.
Roll again. Not using the 15.
Dang it.
Oh no!
Yeah, Drackle, you don't feel it.
Jarkle picks up Plump and like puts her like under his forearm, and then picks up Billups with the other arm and just tosses him through the window.
Oh, the
Billups
window.
go crashing through the window. You
Yeah.
hear like a loud, raucous roar. That Nikobar, you kind of like come out of your stupor as the one voice that you were focusing on becomes like 30 different voices now yelling as you're like suddenly shot out of it. You're still drunk and you're still woozy, but everyone is just like yelling. Someone's like, "Yeah, get him!" And like everyone just like starts this like big bar brawl as everyone is just punching each other, and there's a lot of like roaring and yelling going on right now.
No. Can I like pull Yarkle aside and explain my joke?
I mean, you're under my arm, so if you want to try to explain it,
Oh, yeah. Like, what would that be? Would that?
What? No, you just what? What are you doing?
I
I
think you
just want to explain my joke. Like
Then explain your joke to him.
Oh, okay. So the situation was getting out of hand, and then also he didn't have a hand.
I want to say that persuasion works, and Jarkle kind of like chuckles a bit, and he thinks about going through the window after Billups, but he just kind of like turns around and goes back to Gurks. He picks up Gurks like tenderly in his other arm and kind of like elbows Nikobar to leave.
I'm while this fight's happening before he comes over to the table, I'm just whispering to myself, it's poor deluded. Like I'm just kind of like drunkenly dismissing everybody around.
Nikobar, go ahead and roll. I'll say a stealth check with disadvantage.
Okay. What is it?
Go and roll one more time.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Moving along, you can't help but get like swept up in people pushing and like punching, and like as you just get like shoved into somebody, and then like you feel like a punch come across your face as you take 1 damage.
Ah, shit.
Can Jarkle successfully like try to get him out of that? Is that just something
Make an athletic check.
Well, I'm gonna say Jarkle first like hands Gurks to Flump and says, "Take care of my son. Take care of my son."
Who, by the way, are probably the same size.
Yeah.
It's holding this like big person in your arms.
Is just like is causing him to like curse him. Basically, he's just like, "Is will have your blood."
Yeah, as you're like picked up from the back of the vestments and like pulled up like a cat by the scruff.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like flailing, and I'm saying, you will burn, you will drown in your own blood. Your bones will rest at the bottom of the ocean."
Make an intimidation check with disadvantage.
Okay.
I did roll athletics, by the way. I don't know if that factors in.
Yeah,
but-
no, I just said what happened.
I have the
Okay.
power of
Right.
anime and God on my side.
And
And one more.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
with the 6 yeah, as you're just like yelling at the top of your lung, your voice is just completely drowned out by like the loud din of the crowd.
which makes him even more upset because no one's listening.
As Jarkle, like as I said, like picks you up by the scruff and like pulls you out of the crowd. As you guys are able to get outside.
Gurks
good.
whispers to Dunk, who's like, "Oh, man, everybody's drinking and having fun."
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
how
it's fun.
When he gets outside of the bar, Nikobar just like crosses.
We're both under Jarkle's arms, right? Like each of us are
Yeah.
being carried by Jarkle. It's like,
Yeah, Jarkle then picks you guys back up and then starts walking, just kind of like with Nikabar, kind of like drunkenly stooping behind him.
We'll get you some next time.
I've got the biggest scowl on my face, and my arms are
You're
crossed.
going off in the town, kind of realizing that you're just kind of wandering somewhere, anywhere.
Well,
And,
Draco unfolds that paper with the directions, and we're kind of moving there.
Okay, you're following directions drunkly.
What's the lifespan of a goblin?
60 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Ooh, not that long.
Jarkle, as you look over the map, go ahead and make a survival check with disadvantage.
Good. That's like the worst thing I have. All right. Sorry. Oh, there it is. Wow, that was a 2.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, looking over this, you kind of like peer at the map and look at it, but like in a town that you're unfamiliar with, and a place on Earth that you're unfamiliar with, also kind of drunk, you're just like, I have no idea where I am right now.
I grab the map out of his grab the whatever he's using to navigate out of his hand and say, "Give me that." And I do my own survival check.
Okay. And disadvantage. You're still drunk.
1 second. Okay.
Oh, wait. Can I do something?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Can I cast light on the map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Nikabar, as you begin peering at the map, you're like trying to decipher it, but again, your head is still swirling. When all of a sudden it like begins like shining in your eyes, like a flashlight suddenly turning towards you, and you're like, ah! Like
I was already squinting at it, and now I'm like,
and it just becomes impossible to look at as it like blinds you for a second.
and I drop it.
Flump, you need to pick that up. I don't want to. We need to find shelter.
I dismiss the spell.
Okay. Yeah, you dismiss the spell as the dark lamp now lays on the ground in the like early evening sky.
I hold the.
I'm actually okay with maps.
Oh yeah.
You say that out
I
loud.
just remember. Yeah.
I love how we're just gonna like Billups just got thrown through a window. We're just gonna let him like now he just doesn't exist anymore. He's just in there for that one reason to get.
I wanted to do like an epilogue if you wanted at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take an epilogue of like what happened to Billups after he went out that
Please
window.
write that for the in character.
Yeah, put that in the in character thread. We need to.
That would be great. That would be
Okay.
great.
I'll do that.
I'm gonna put that back under where it should be.
That's so fucking good.
It wouldn't
Oh
be
yeah,
that
I was
long.
wondering why that was not on the.
Oh man, I'm gonna give you a like bonus experience for that or something. That was great.
That's fucking dope.
I don't know that I pulled it off as like an artist, as like a vocal artist, but maybe one day.
It was fun. It was fun. That's what counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a blast.
But
Thank you.
You play
Yeah.
your character.
I still gotta say though, right now for you guys, like this map sits on the floor. Most of you are just completely not sure where you stand. But Gurks, you kind of peek up and say, "Hey, I'm actually okay with maps."
I lower Gurks to the map.
Yeah,
And
as
I'm like kind of like tenderly patting him too, like half drunkenly, just appreciating my son. And
Is
how
he
much I
I guess
love
I
him.
mean it doesn't apply to my wanderer feet completely, but I mean I guess we've been kind of walking around, so I'm gonna try to figure out if there's any areas I recognize on the map that we've been going through.
I'm just
Just
gonna hold.
finding reference points.
Can
give
I-
me, what do you want?
Oh, I just want to hold it up for him.
Yeah.
The map.
Yeah, you're holding up the map in front of Gurks, who's wrapped up.
Yeah.
That's a good sight.
I kind of like mutter to myself, if I can't read it, I
I'll
don't
say
see
it.
how we can read it.
Because you have that feature, make your survival check with advantage instead.
I don't
Oh, because I'm holding it so well.
Yes, that too. That helps.
stupid
it's
little mud baby.
in for the
coming to get better than
assist.
me. I just don't
All right,
understand.
with the 17, you kind of like look about the town and where you're standing. They actually marked the 3 inns that they mentioned as well as marked their place. So you're kind of like figuring out like, okay, if we're here, then if we go here and here and here, we can probably get back to their place.
So I guess I can just say it's like, Grex thinks that the humans are probably here, kind of like pointing at the map.
Yeah. You you kind of like have a hard time getting your hand out of the swaddle of cloth, but you pull it out and you're kind of like awkwardly at an angle, like pointing at it. And you point forward as well, saying, if we go this way. So yeah, you guys are able to find your way there if you want.
Yeah, follow him. Follow his directions. Yeah. So smart. He's so knowledgeable. He's got a map. Good for him.
Nikabar rambles to himself the entire way there.
Yeah, actually, is Gurks is walking in front of us, like guiding us. I think Druckle picks up Nikavar with the other arm.
Do you actually let him walk?
I think he probably is guiding us, like just walking. Okay. I don't know. It's probably late out, so I don't know if people
put me down, you fool.
Yeah,
Great oaf, put me down.
With this late at night, with less people out right now, and mainly just some guards that are kind of like half paying attention as they're patrolling. With Girk's current disguise and everything, he doesn't really draw any attention.
He probably looks like a gnome.
Yeah.
And which was going to be my obvious suggestion earlier, but Girks wouldn't think of that.
That would be way better. None of us thought of that, though.
I didn't want to say it because it wasn't in character.
But Jarkle also doesn't pay attention to Nikobar. I don't know if Nikobar does anything else, but he just kind of like holds him still.
Put me down, you great oaf.
He's like hitting you in the back.
Yeah, and Jarkle is just not even like registering what he's doing.
All right. As you guys arrive at Jaren and Abby's place, Jaren is actually awake pretty late at night, sitting there drinking from a cup of water. It's an all right home. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of space in here, but he seems to be the only one awake. He slides forward a note written in common in front of him and waves to you guys as you come in. It says, you're welcome to stay here for at least a few days. We have food and everything if you need it, and there should be room for at least a couple of you if you don't mind sharing a bed to sleep together. But other than that, I'm afraid there's mainly some place on the floor for you here, or in the stable if you're so inclined.
Jarkle, on hearing the few days thing, kind of like laughs and says under his breath, like, stingy. And then he kind of like carries Nikobar outside and probably like throws up wherever looks good to throw up.
Throw up?
Kind of like Pat's, yeah, because he's really sick. He's really drunk.
Yeah, when you throw up on the ground there, or do you like go for something in particular, like a waste bin or something?
I think he's controlling it, so he probably looks somewhere that's like looks like disheveled, I guess, especially. And he kind of like pats Nikobar on the back beforehand, is like, all right, bud, if we're going to do it, now's the time.
I look at him and say, I will not.
He pats you on the back a little harder to see if you can like kind of force it a bit.
Yeah. As you find your place, you find like a small waste bin or like a small kind of sink where there's a couple of dishes inside. What do you choose?
He goes, oh man, he's really torn actually. Hang on, D1. I'm gonna flip a coin. If it's a 2, I'm gonna go ahead and go with. I'm gonna roll this. If it's a 1 or a 2, I'll go with the dishes.
You can roll 1d2, by the way. All right. So yeah, you just kind of reflexively like as you like rush forward and you just there's like probably some of your like breakfast, some like dried fruit coming up or something.
All right, we don't need a book on this
maybe your lunch.
When Jerkle like slaps Nikobar on the back to make him throw up, he just burps.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
you do burp for a second there, but then like the burp like extends too long as you just like let loose like into your hand as you kind of reflexively catch it as it comes out of your mouth.
And Jarkle almost told him like upside down above the sink.
Nikobar is utterly humiliated and he's just mortified and he just kind of like looks away, doesn't want to make eye contact.
No one definitely considered the possibility of showing up drunk to this free lodging. Let's just throw up in all of their possessions.
I want this night to be as regrettable as possible, all right?
You see Jaren there is like, he's kind of got like his hands up in front of him and he's kind of got like his whoa face on. And you see him like rush over and he opens into a closet and like grabs what appears to be kind of a dirty rag as he begins to like wipe up what Nikobar just let out.
I kind of like make my way backwards because I don't really know how to handle it. So I'm just kind of like, okay, well, he's cleaning it, so I'm just gonna go to a dark place to sleep.
As he stands up, actually, as you're like sitting there, Nikobar, he stands up, puts his arm around your shoulder, as he points towards let's say Dunk, and then points to a room over there, and kind of points towards Nikobar, be like, hey, take him over there. Dunk, are you awake? No, Dunk already fell asleep. Yeah, Dunk fell asleep on the floor.
Yeah, totally. Not even like didn't climb into on the bedroll. It's just like it's still bound next to her.
I would say that you were like standing there as Jaren was like gesturing towards you, and then you just kind of like fall on the ground and just
And I look at Jaren and I drunkenly say, "I can make my own way to this place." And I walk over there, kind of stumbling.
Yeah. He lets go of you as you make your way to the bed, and Jarkle, he actually taking you by the shoulder as well. He leads you up some stairs. As you have to you probably bash your head once or twice going up these stairs.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But he leads you into a small room where, once again, you hit your head on the doorway. But he leads you into a bed and puts you down in it.
Nice.
As soon as he leaves, Jarkle rolls off the bed, realizing that he doesn't like beds. He's gonna sleep on the floor.
Yeah, you do that, but he's already left and closed the door.
He wants this. It's fine. Sorry, this is gross, by the way. I instigated that. I just want us to regret this as much as possible, so we have a true bender.
And Girk, you're the last one here, I think.
I guess he just goes to the same room as everybody seems to be going to and just kind of gets his bedroll.
Okay. I was gonna say
Shouldn't he go with his dad?
as you were standing there, as Jaren is coming downstairs, he seems to take notice of you, and he gives you a here, come here, symbol, or sign as he's going into a chair and sitting down.
He definitely goes.
Okay. As he sits down, he actually puts some tea in front of you that it seems to be freshly made, and he puts some in front of himself as he begins drinking. And as you look at Jaren, he's kind of an older middle-aged man with kind of a beard and grayish brown hair, fairly short. Just to, I don't know, give him some kind of description. And as he's looking towards you, you see him pull out a piece of paper as he begins writing, and he puts it in front of you kind of quizzically. Are you literate? Can you read?
Yes, that's exactly what I was wondering. I don't remember if we established that on the last session. I'm going to say he has a hard time, but he kind of probably gets the gist of it.
Okay. Go and roll an intelligence check.
Yeah.
We did read the map, so I don't know if that shows some.
Reading a map is different than reading written language.
Yeah.
Intelligence.
Okay, with the 11, you get the base meaning of it, and he's just asking, what happened again with your clan?
He's deaf, right? Not just mute.
I don't know. Do you know?
that's what I'm wondering. It's I guess he just says I guess Red Claw took over Kirk's clan, and they.
And as you begin speaking out loud, and he's looking at you, you see him point at his ears, and then you see him tap the paper on the table.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And with very good writing, he just kind of writes, Red Claw killed boss, and Red Claw took over clan.
He reads it, and you see him kind of squint, he's really trying to figure out what this says exactly. He flips the paper over and writes another message which affords you. What's your plan?
He just writes, Gersh has new friends.
Oh.
Pushes it back. And he kind of shakes his head and he writes another message. It says, they seem like your friends.
Aww.
He doesn't write anything. He just nods. And takes a sip of tea. By the way, Gersh is getting definite vibes of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle right now.
Yeah, kind of. Just kind of this chill old dude. Just kind of as he's communicating, he's drinking his tea and shaking his head, and he takes a note once more and puts it in front of you and says, "But what do you plan to do?"
I guess he just writes, "Clan is probably gone." I don't know.
And then I write
Thinking
down,
of the attack from the orcs from earlier.
what does that mean for Gerks? Actually, I wouldn't know your name. What would that mean for you?
Mm-hmm. He did just write Gerks, though.
I took it back. He didn't know it.
Oh, I see.
He crossed it out and wrote it.
I guess he didn't realize
guess.
he was. Yeah, I guess he didn't realize he was talking about Gerks in third person.
Oh, you wrote Gerks. Okay.
Yeah, no, he wrote just like, oh, Girk's clan is gone. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then you know it. Sorry, I'll edit that out.
You're
Anyway.
gonna edit here.
It's almost 12 a.m. I'll have to blame that. Anyways,
I guess he just writes, I don't know, I'll go where my friends go.
and he says, once again, he writes down, you should probably think about it during your travels. You got a whole new world open up to you. Don't let it pass you by. And then he kind of nods, finishes his tea, and then he walks off into a different room. He actually gestures towards you, though.
Mm-hmm.
And so like points towards a like what appears to be a small like piece of furniture that you could probably fit on to sleep, as he puts a blanket and pillow on it, and he heads off into a different room. And you guys are able to sleep through the night. A bright new day awaits you in Churaud. You've just arrived. You have a whole world of adventure that awaits you here.
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Yeah, a whole new world. But what you decide to do, we'll decide next time in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay.
Well, when did you last let your heart decide?
All right, guys. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun.
A couple of like role play heavy sessions. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's good because we have a new character joining us.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry again for getting sick like that. It made sense in the moment. It was gross.
Yeah, Dunk had some real character growth over that. I like her.
Yeah, I really like Dunk.
She just wants to have a good time. She wants everyone to have a good
I
time.
just want to have fun.
Yeah, God, that art of her is so good.
You got to use that for the pog.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna do it right now. All right, I'm gonna end the stream.